Again?
No, this is
the first time.
This is the first time?
Yeah, and now he's got a bandage on his head. I told him Seymour could come lay on it and keep him warm.
All righty.
He didn't go for it. But do you need Seymour to go lay with Corky?
We need someone to babysit him.
Somebody needs to babysit Corky. Although Seymour's sneaking out.
I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Seymour's the one you want to.
Yeah, I don't know if that's going to work.
How you doing over there, John? You ready?
I'm ready anytime you are.
You got everything going?
Does it matter?
We didn't get a hooker.
No, we didn't.
Damn it. We're supposed to get a hooker just now.
It's been a busy week.
You have 20 minutes to think of a hooker.
I'm sure Hillary did something stupid. Do we still have her picture up there? Whose picture's up there? I'll find the story.
Nobody's
It's easy to find pictures of Hillary.
Very easy to find pictures of Hillary.
Yeah.
We'll find something. Give us 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Warning. The views in this program are based on the opinions of hosts and guests. We are four friends who like to sit around and talk about a variety of topics. This show may be political in nature and may appear one-sided if no one of opposition joins in on the conversation. We try to find common ground on sometimes sensitive topics. So grab a beverage of your choice and let's have a conversation.
Why don't you go home and cry to your granny? Dolph, tie up the brat. Lisa, hold the book. Vincent, get the truck. And Keith, darn it, change your name, please. That's not scary, and I'm embarrassed to say it. Boris, try that. Keith, you know? Oh, watch out for Keith.
Sorry. Boris. Absolutely nothing.
Say it again, yo.
Oh, boy.
What movie is that?
Rush Hour.
No. Yes. When he's singing in the car. Whoa.
Yeah. Good God.
Like we're hacking up a hairball, right?
Good.
I'm gonna have to look that up
Absolutely.
today.
Oh, that's at Pity.
What, Rush Hour?
Yeah, I haven't seen that in forever.
That was a good movie. It was funny.
I kicked something and it was a pity.
Oh,
Oh, no.
Been kicking your pity.
So I had to pet her and apologize.
All right, welcome everybody to Coffee Taper Chronicles. Happy Friday,
Yay.
February 25th.
And if your week has been anything like our week,
It was a doozy.
It's a drinking night.
Yep.
It's a drinking
Yup.
night.
Hey, Christine. Christine was the first one on tonight. Congratulations, Christine.
Christine liked my flower picture today.
Got Angela
All
on,
right.
Angela, Ken,
Awesome.
Dad, Kathleen, Mom.
What does Christine win?
Dad,
tonight?
Kathleen, and Mom.
I know. I'm reading and then whatever. Just let-
Wow.
What'd you say?
You sure you haven't
Does
been?
Christine win anything tonight?
Christine still has to get her first prize.
Christine's coffee mugs are still sitting on my
They're
table. I'm so
collecting
sorry.
dust. Don't worry. They're
I'll just loop them all in, and
they're
we'll
getting
just
more
send you the whole
valuable
stuff
as
for
they
the
sit
week.
here.
Right. We'll get them to you by next Christmas.
Hey, I will guarantee that.
Yeah, okay, that is a guarantee. Yeah,
That is a guarantee. You'll have it by next Christmas.
that's not saying much, but hey.
Not really.
All right, we got a packed show for
That
you
is
guys
10
tonight.
months.
We got a lot to talk about tonight.
It's been a busy week.
It's been
Yes,
a busy
it
week.
has.
Like
Very
you said.
Busy news week.
I need to find this picture.
We have a crap ton of memes, so let's get right to them.
All
yes,
right.
we do.
So, I thought this was funny. I like that one. I
You
saw
know, the thing.
the thing.
You know the thing.
Yeah.
This one made me laugh just because it has been that couple of years, right?
Just are you just a picture?
Cow.
Yeah, cow.
Another cow.
Right.
Nope. I think that was the same cow.
Yeah.
Okay.
This one you sent over, John,
Yeah, that one. Was
That
just,
one's
you know, speaking of hooker of the week, right?
right?
Oh, yep. That's about right. What's he down to now? Like
I think
negative
it's still
4%.
hovering around 30.
30.
I liked this. I found this week.
Yeah, this one's a good one.
Maybe
BLM did not
happen.
start under Trump. It started under Obama. The war on police didn't start under Trump. It started under Obama. This racial tension did not start under Trump. It started under Obama. Obama emboldened this hate through his administration, and now we're paying the cost.
100% did. That's where he
absolutely.
planted the seed.
100%.
And if you don't believe that, look up Bernie Sanders getting chased off stage for the 2016 election from BLM.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I never saw that.
he was somewhere. I want to say probably Portland,
Interesting.
and he was
That is.
chased off stage because BLM wanted to say some words, and they did not want to have anything to do with Bernie. They basically kicked him off stage, and
Ow.
they had their microphone time.
Is that where the whole mitten sitting like this in a chair came from?
No,
'Cause he
that
was
actually
upset?
came from
That was
the,
the
That was the
inauguration.
inauguration.
Yeah.
that's from the
I
inauguration.
was kidding.
He's such a
I saw this one a
dumbass.
lot this weekend. Yeah, it's
Yes. Yes.
$3.99 down the road.
It's funny, but not so funny.
$3.99 right now.
$3.99.
Or-
That
gonna
makes
get
me want to
worse.
vomit.
Yep. We'll be at $4 by tomorrow.
Ugh.
doubt. And I think everybody's
I'm
sent in
gonna
this
punch you.
meme. Imagine voting for Biden thinking
Yes.
you forgive your student debt and COVID, and all you got was World War III and a crack pipe.
And $4 gas.
Yeah.
It's going to go much higher than that. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I know.
This one was good too.
I thought this was just a good, kind of falls into, current events, but not.
Yeah. Yep. And it's true. It's
Yep.
Seriously.
that one's funny. And this
What was the one I literally just saw? I think Brian posted it, and it was the trucker 100,000 truckers, no buildings burned down, nobody injured, something like that.
yeah.
And it was like, oh, this is false.
yeah, it was fact checking.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't think so.
Yeah.
Did this help you? No, it didn't. Thank you.
This one's been popping up all week.
Yeah.
I saw that one all week. I love that one. And who sent me this one?
Can't find
You sent
the
me this one.
picture.
I did.
This
That
was
one
good.
made me laugh. I wanted to actually put that on some kind of like real background. And I was like, no, just leave it as it is.
It's true. It's true. It's scary. This is kind of like what you were talking about, Lindsay, but fiery but mostly peaceful explosion in the Ukraine.
Oh my
Right.
Yeah,
God.
totally
Right?
fine.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That is called a peaceful protest.
It's not funny, but
No,
That's a
it's
peaceful
not.
protest.
it was funny. But it
If the
wasn't
U.S.
funny.
is in charge of it, yep.
And Brian did post this today, and I laughed my ass off when I saw this one.
Oh God, I was gonna send that to you, and I was like, I bet you already seen it. I don't care. You're creeping everybody out,
that was funny. I like that one.
and he's all slumped.
Yeah.
Mm.
I like this one too. I'm done being an expert in vaccines. I'm now an expert in the conflict in Ukraine.
I
Isn't
saw
that
that.
so
I'm
true?
like, that is never going to be more accurate than today.
Today, right?
Yeah.
Yep, exactly.
I can't.
So this was here in Arizona.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yes, it was. So my girlfriend posted it. It's up on the north side of 17, and during the elections and everything, it would say all sorts of crazy stuff. And she was like, "I guess they're back at it again." I don't know if somebody has to personally own it and they stick it up. It's always up over there. It cracks me up.
And I'm sure this will
That's
make
fine.
our news tonight, but this has been blowing up all over the place. This one,
Yep.
Yeah, I saw
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
Right?
Yep.
We
Absolutely.
can say no, thank you. We just need ammo.
Right, exactly. All right, that's it for the memes. I went through
Where's the one
went
of
those
Granny?
pretty quick. I didn't put that one up.
Oh,
That
that
one-
was Granny with hers.
Sometimes we even
I was
have
like,
to,
ooh.
we have to censor Lindsay. Is that what it is?
That's true.
Yes, I agree, Ken. Flat earthers are delusional.
They had one near them
100%.
that always tried to go with Kenny and convince him.
Really?
Seriously.
That's
And I was like,
funny.
oh my goodness.
All right, I'm
I
sure we
can't
got a
find the
little news
picture.
segment tonight.
We got a lot of news.
All right, let's
Lots
do
of
this.
news.
So, I mean, obviously the news has got two major factors that are kind of driving what's going on, and then a bunch of smaller stories. But obviously, as everybody knows, there is war in the Ukraine right now, and the Ukrainian government is handing out guns and asking citizens to fight. So we'll talk a little bit more about that later, that particular aspect. But obviously, for those that don't know some of the details, the U.S. unsuccessfully lobbied China to urge Putin to put down in Ukraine or back down in Ukraine. And China actually, not only did we show China the intel that they were going to invade, China then in turn went to Russia and said, hey, here's the intel that the United States has on you.
Wow.
So
Wow.
yeah,
Goes to show, where we stand with China too.
right. So obviously Taiwan condemns Ukraine invasion and vows Russia sanctions, while China is sending mixed signals. Obviously,
Right.
I saw
Oh, so
another
stupid.
political cartoon earlier today that showed two sharks, one named Russia, one named China, and the Russian shark just ate the guy that had the inner tube, and the China shark is under the guy that's in the Taiwan inner tube.
Oh, jeez.
So several good posts from the actual Kyiv newspaper. The Ukrainian deputy minister says that Russian forces are suffering big losses. Ukraine's, if you haven't heard the story about the Snake Island troops.
It was great.
Yeah.
Great.
Yep.
So
That'd have been me.
you haven't heard?
Yes, you
No, I
did.
said that'd have been me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for everybody that
Screw
hasn't
you.
heard,
Yep.
100%.
it was a small little island.
40 acres. They
Right.
said.
Yeah.
was
I
the
mean,
island.
relatively,
It was
it's
tiny.
Yeah.
it's not big. When you look at the pictures, it's actually not a very big island. But a Russian ship in the Black Sea came up to the island, radioed them to capitulate, technically to give up. And the audio actually says, "Go fuck yourself."
Yep.
Now it says it in Russian. So I've heard multiple
Versions.
Some say "go to hell" and some say "go
Same
fuck
thing.
yourself."
Yeah.
But basically, they were, they were not shy about. And the sad thing is, the Russians then fired on the island and killed all 13 soldiers on the island. So
Which is weird, because I was looking at the video of the island, and if you look at the backside, they show you where the ship was on this side of the island.
right.
The backside of the island's kind of got a hill that runs down. I would have hightailed it for that hill once they started shooting, but I don't know. I mean,
I'm
is it
pretty
confirmed that they all died?
Yeah.
Is it? Oh,
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Because these headlines right here, these are right out of the Kiev
Kiev. Okay.
newsletter, whatever you want to call it.
That's too bad.
News site.
That's sad.
They stood for what they believed in.
That's right. And my
They're-
heart goes out to the
Mhm.
Ukrainians.
The family.
Oh,
yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, you see the pictures, and I'll show some of them a little bit later.
Them
It's
running with
heart-wrenching.
their
These people-
dogs.
These people don't. I mean, they were non-prepared. And I do blame them a little bit. It was crazy. Wendy was having to deal with me watching the news all day today while I was working, and
That's every day.
I mean, they're evacuating, trying to cross the border, and a lot of these people, they didn't have passports, so they're being turned away from like the Polish border and such. I mean, you don't realize, there's war behind you, and you're being stopped because I don't have a silly piece of paper,
Right.
stamped by my government, who is currently back there fighting.
They're busy.
I mean, they're a little busy right now,
Yeah.
so I
Yeah.
can't really. So it's just kind of it's crazy. Then there was another article in the Kyiv Post that said that Russia intends to decapitate the Ukrainian government. The president of Ukraine is saying that he's on a list that he will probably not last
Your
long.
thing's playing.
Somebody's got volume up. It's
Okay.
feeding back.
Sorry. I hope they really take down Russia.
But he took up arms too. I mean,
He
he's
did.
in uniform and he's fighting. So
And I hope all the citizens do too. I
Right.
mean, it's your country. Protect it.
Somebody's is still on.
I think it's Wendy.
Oh, it's fine. I thought I turned it on. My bad.
So
It was
um,
down.
Then it had, another article, not so out of one of the U.S. news sources. Russian forces reach Kyiv as residents flee, and Ukrainian president pleads for help. So another article, I don't want to say good article, but another article that just talks about the bravery of the Ukrainian people. So have you heard about the ghost of Kyiv?
I saw some. I didn't read the article, but I saw something about. Is it a plane or something? Because
So what it is it's a Ukrainian Air Force pilot
Okay.
jumped in his MiG-29. So it's a Russian-built aircraft, but it's a Russian-built aircraft from the 80s.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he actually jumped in his aircraft, went up, shot down some Russian aircraft, landed when he either ran out of fuel or ran out of arms. We're not sure. Rearmed, refueled, went back up, shot down more. So
Yeah, because they're not going to look for him.
and so they're calling him now the ghost of
ghost.
Kyiv because, and this is what the Russian pilots are calling him.
Is he
Because-
military though? Is he a military guy,
The
or
assumption is
he-
yes, because the story I heard was that he was actually in contact with ground control.
Okay.
So his radar operators were working in concert with him to actually point him
Tell
in the
him where to
direction
go.
of, hey, there's planes over here, there's planes over here, and so on. So I mean,
That's cool.
sometimes
Yep.
you don't underestimate what one person can do.
Right.
That's right.
You know,
Absolutely.
And they don't know who to shoot at because they don't know if that's theirs or not.
right. I mean,
So
it
do you
does.
just
It
take
theoretically probably has different
friendly
colors,
fire?
but on the other hand, I mean, these are Russian-built aircraft.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I mean, theoretically, it is going to be close enough that if they're not paying attention,
Right.
you know,
Yeah.
all of a sudden they're having a bad day.
Well, and then are you going to doubt it? Are you really going to shoot at it? Because what if that's your buddy?
right.
Yeah.
And
So-
then finally,
He disappeared though, right?
so right now, yeah,
He's
so
gotta
he
take a break.
landed and
People
they
know
do
about
not
him.
know where he's at.
Okay.
So hopefully they don't know where he's at. Hopefully the aircraft has been, put away someplace.
Safe.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And
Probably in the
such, and
storage
he can,
bunker he had it
Yeah.
in all these years.
Yep.
it's in his garage, and hopefully he can come back and do it again. Putin has reached out to both the Ukrainian military and to the civilians and saying, put down your arms and remove your leadership. It's crazy. He's basically pleading to the people, we can make a better deal for you.
Oh, bullshit.
And
I don't
that's-
think they're going for it.
They're
no,
not-
that's
they're
it.
not
They're
going for it.
not.
Yeah.
And then
Stand up for your country.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, even, and I don't know if you're going to talk about this at all, but even the younger population of Russians are against what's happening right now.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah.
So this picture got a little bit out of order here. So, but I thought this was interesting. This actually popped up on the news today that said that, back in 2019, Biden was saying during the presidential campaign, imagine what can happen in Ukraine if Trump is reelected.
None of this would have
Yeah, wouldn't be
happened.
Yeah.
That's not aging well.
No.
Nope.
So changing subjects a little bit. So I don't know if you've noticed that Biden nominated Ketanji Brown Jackson to
I
the
saw
Supreme
that.
Court.
I saw that.
So she is, as you can imagine, very liberal.
Yeah.
It's interesting. We're going to wait and see what happens when she goes through the confirmation process. But my understanding is that the abortion crowd is not happy with it. A couple other things. I mean, I guess she was a
federal judge.
She was a federal judge,
yeah.
but she was only a federal judge for a handful of years. So
Right.
it's interesting that she's getting to be on the Supreme Court
Supreme
after
Court.
only a couple of years, but we'll see.
Because she was installed in 2019 as a federal judge.
Something like that. Yeah. So
Huh.
look at Wendy go.
Yeah, I was
Woohoo!
reading some news today. What can I say?
Wendy's catching it.
Good job. You're
And
gonna leave
obviously
me
the other
behind.
big story of the week is the convoys. So starting as of Wednesday,
Yep.
the People's Convoy left California and they rolled through Arizona today. And
Did you see
Where's your
the-
song, Convoy?
Oh, now I wasn't even ready.
Did you see all the welcoming when they came into Arizona?
Yeah.
Gotta love Arizona.
So-
Last I heard, they were not. Are they in Albuquerque right now? I thought I read that they were in Albuquerque.
They were going to stop tonight in a little town of Arizona, just this
This side
side
of the
of
border.
Gallup.
Hmm.
No, that was
Mexico.
last night.
No, that was tonight. Oh, you're right. That was last night. So tonight, yeah, Wendy's right again. So
Remember, because we were going to
we were gonna go.
drive
We were
up
gonna
there?
try and get up there, but
Yeah.
we weren't gonna make it. So yeah, they were probably somewhere across.
In
Probably
Mexico
they're somewhere
now.
in Texas, I would imagine now.
Maybe,
Probably,
yeah.
Yeah.
On
Yeah.
I-40.
That's awesome.
We should have they have like the Santa tracker Christmas. We should have the convoy tracker.
I tried
right?
Yeah,
finding.
that-
We
I
should do
looked,
something
I
like
looked on
that.
their website. I looked on their Instagram post. I looked on a couple other things. Couldn't find something that actually like tracked where they were.
Yeah.
But I do have, and I've got it here, a really good video.
Somebody put on your GPS, man. Come on.
So there's a
Right.
video here of showing them going through Golden Valley back 2 days ago. It was kind of cool. So I'll play that a little bit later. So back in Canada, the mayor of Ottawa says he is going to try and sell the trucks that were confiscated from the
What?
protesters. So
They confiscated these people's trucks.
the trucks that were
That is so
confiscated in
wrong.
Ottawa,
So wrong.
there's about, I think, 40 of them, I think they said.
Yes, Christine, send us pictures.
Yeah, send us pictures when you're there. Do some live video.
Heck yeah.
So
We'll put
they
on the show.
Yeah, absolutely.
so they're the city of Ottawa wants to sell these vehicles, private owned
Yeah.
vehicles, and use the
Can
money.
he?
See, it's Canadian law, so I don't know what they can and can't
Okay.
do.
Yeah, it's
You
not
know
Amer- it's
what?
not
I
America.
would pitch in money to help buy those vehicles and give it back to
Yep,
the
I'll buy
people
it.
that, yep,
Right.
and give it back to those that it
That it
originally-
belonged to.
Absolutely.
Dan, we don't know because Mark Kelly is, he's a ghost.
An ass hat.
He's the ghost of Arizona.
He's MIA.
So,
Missing an ass hat.
kind of goes. So,
Sorry.
so on the same vein as the selling of the trucks in Canada. Did you see this? Speaking of ass hats, this Ruben Gallego. You see the tweet on there.
No.
No.
He's up.
So
Ass hat.
he's
Piece of
using.
shit.
So he's a congressional member from the 7th District here in Arizona.
I know.
Is he?
He's a.
And it says perfect time to impound the trucks on the People's Convoy, sell them, and give the money to small businesses,
He's an ass.
or give the trucks to small.
Yeah,
truck
you go
businesses.
for that in a good gun toting America.
And the weird
you
thing
tell
is
me
this
how
guy
that's
is-
going to work
This
out.
guy's a Marine.
I know.
What?
He's a Marine.
Yeah, he got beat up in the Marines. I can bet you.
He's a Marine. But
With crap
I'm
like
not
that.
sure. I mean, he fought to protect the Constitution, and then here he turns around.
Obviously not.
So he said the oath twice, and he still wants to violate people's rights.
Isn't his territory like Guadalupe or something? Isn't that his area?
No, it is
What's
the
his
7th
area?
District. I looked it up. It is mostly downtown Phoenix, a little bit of Tempe.
Oh, that explains it.
That's how I know his name.
Is he your old?
He's over my house.
He's also the ex-husband of the
He was over
mayor
your house.
of Phoenix.
What can I do about that?
I was going to say.
So Kate Gallego.
Time
is
to
the mayor.
vote them out.
I'm like, what can I do about that?
That's who. Okay, so Kate Gallego. That's what I.
Yeah,
thought.
she's
Okay.
the mayor of Phoenix, and
Yeah,
he
she's an
is-
ass hat
She's
too.
another tool.
He is
yeah.
her. So they are divorced.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, because they didn't see eye to eye.
So the U.S. trucker convoy, and I saw the actual video of the guy who is one of the organizers. They said that they have taken every precaution to avoid being crushed. They have put out a video addressed directly to the president that they are peaceful,
Mhm.
and they've gotten the permits to be able to go into DC. They've done everything they possibly
Legally.
can to try and make this as legal as possible, and they're publishing the route, and they're doing all these
Because
things.
you
to
know
make-
that it's going to all come back.
again, it's just we'll see what happens.
But are they just protesting the mandates, or are they doing it for other reasons too? Though, aren't they doing it for other reasons, not just
Yeah.
the mandates?
Yeah.
It's a
Mhm.
can say
It's pretty petty.
Oh, sorry.
I'll take a trick.
Trucker's truck for standing for something is pretty petty.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, you have that turned very much towards us.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, that's all right.
Because
Can
it
you
was
see
just
it?
you and Joey doing the
Yeah.
show, so you
Oh.
arranged the whole studio.
Yeah, it's
That's
all
okay.
it's all about Keith.
It's all about,
about
Boris.
Keith.
It's all about Boris.
God, it's no, that's a Keith move.
Can you read it though? Seriously?
Yeah,
Okay, good.
it's just it flashed so quick because I'm usually reading down here.
Yeah.
It takes
So-
And I usually
uh,
leave them up longer, but
Major U.S. truck convoy gets free food, loads of donations after starting the cross country truck. Have
Hell
you
yeah.
seen this?
No.
So we were watching the video earlier. Wendy and I were, and when they stopped at the one place in Arizona, they got 800 pizzas.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
There was another place that donated somewhere in the neighborhood of like 250,000 gallons of diesel fuel.
Yep.
Wow.
I would.
That's a
I mean,
lot.
that's cool.
That's a
yeah.
lot.
That's
That's
a
a lot.
lot,
That's a lot
especially
of money.
Gas prices today.
Right now, yeah, exactly.
Right?
But this,
I mean,
but this is what it comes down to. Honestly, I'd give $100.
Yeah.
Everybody
I think
here would give
everybody here
$100.
would, yeah.
I may or
Sure.
may not
So-
have already.
Nice.
Can
What
neither
you
confirm-
say and what you
neither
can what you
nor
confirm
deny.
nor deny has nothing to do with this. But I'm making a point right now. So I mean, 200,000 easily,
Yeah.
easily we could get everybody
Oh yeah.
100%.
Well, they were
Right.
as of Wednesday, they were at right around $500,000 worth of donations,
That's awesome.
and they're
That's awesome.
expecting that they're going to
Go truckers.
go pretty
Absolutely.
high once they get.
I'm
rolling down
glad
the road.
somebody's finally standing up. Good job.
You know.
They, if you think about it, the truckers, they really are the backbone of our country.
Well,
You know,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
been-
Absolutely.
Wendy and I were saying on the drive over here about the fact that
The baseball players are going to strike. And it's like, go ahead. We really don't need you.
That really is not going to affect me
Yeah.
at all.
We've come to
Go
the
ahead.
conclusion after 2020 and 2021
Yep.
that, hey, athletes, politicians, movie stars,
Go
we don't
Penn
really
State.
need you.
No, take
You're
that.
not
Bye-bye.
feeding my
Truck drivers,
Yeah.
healthcare
sort of
workers.
important.
Yep. Absolutely.
Sort of important.
Cops.
So what would be
Yeah.
really cool is with the money that's donated for the American convoy, that anything that's not used, if they can use that towards buying these trucks.
Oh, their trucks back? That'd be
for
awesome.
the
All
Canadians.
right,
Yeah.
That'd be
Ooh,
hella
that's a good
awesome.
idea.
Yeah.
That's a good idea, Wendy. Good job.
I'd be
job.
all behind that.
I'll give an extra couple $100. Heck
But,
yeah.
but is Ottawa going to allow that though?
Well,
if it's a personal
Who do they-
buyer,
who do they
Yeah.
know?
who do they know
is
who's
buying
buying it?
Yeah.
True.
And
That is
especially small businesses. Hey, that could be a small business trucking company. They don't know.
Right.
What if Coffee Table Chronicles needs to
Amen,
buy
Dad. Amen.
Yes,
we need
absolutely.
more
a
paper, not
trucking
baseball.
company?
That's more important. That's right.
What if we need to buy a trucking company?
Yeah.
Right.
Way to go, Wendy. That was a great
Yeah,
idea.
that's a good idea,
That's
Win.
a great idea.
So obviously you saw that Trudeau revoked the use of the Emergency Powers Act that they had enacted earlier in the week to
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
arrest all the truckers and tow all the trucks
Why do
away.
you think he did that? He was getting too much pressure.
There was no need for it. He was getting pressure. 'Cause
Right.
Parliament was sitting there and saying, all right, really? Because I mean, there were several from the Conservative Party in Canada that was saying that was a severe overreach of power.
Right.
Just a
Good.
little bit.
Someone needed to say that.
Just a little bit. So are they all out
Yeah. So
of jail?
no. So I think there were somewhere in the neighborhood of like, I think 200 arrests, if I remember correctly.
Based
Somebody
on
wants
what?
to-
What law did they break?
They were,
Soliciting or something.
well, yeah,
probably.
they come up with some really weird
Bullshit.
Stupid law. Yeah.
Whatever they could think
they
of.
were inside.
That's
the
why it
fenced-in
took them
red
so
zone.
long, because they had to think of something to get them on.
They were warned to leave and they didn't. So whatever law that
Soliciting or
was.
whatever.
Loitering.
So,
Loitering. There you go.
But,
Not soliciting.
so if somebody finds
Not a straw.
an exact number, how many, put it up. But I think it was somewhere around 200 people got arrested, and I don't know if they've ever been arraigned or whatever.
Released.
Something that popped up, and I forgot to put it down in the news today. The first actual trial from January 6th is,
No way.
Saw
is
that.
happening next week.
Is it the
No way.
dude in the Vikings?
I don't
get
know
up,
who it
or
was.
who
I
is
didn't
it?
look at the
Well,
story.
there
Guy's
was
name.
okay. So the one lady that I forget her name, she got a jail sentence of, I think it was like 60 days or something like that, and there's some other guy that got like 75 days. So there's two people that have already been, I guess, charged and tried.
Well, they may have been in front, like, they may have never even been in front of a magistrate, but somebody is actually going to trial
No.
to try and prove their innocence. Somebody is pleading not guilty and is going in front of a federal magistrate.
So have they not pleaded anything?
I
Is
don't
that
know
why?
the details. I will admit I don't know the details. I'll
They're not
circle
letting
back
much
to you.
out. You wanna circle back to me? You want me to get you a green shirt?
Let me circle. I have a green
I'm
shirt.
gonna have to look that up
You
because
can't wear a green shirt. Here.
No, we can't wear a green shirt here. Well, you could. You
You'd be
just
the
look like
invisible
you over
man.
Christmas.
Right.
Oh, that actually makes me want to wear a green shirt and a red wig now.
It'll be funny if we all get the green suits and we just have like sunglasses on, and that's all you see on the screen is sunglasses. That'd be
And
funny.
hands.
Then we could just sit in different spots too.
Right? You
Nobody
wouldn't
would know.
You wouldn't know who.
I
I so want to get a green
did you
shirt
see that
and
the
a red
Pentagon
now.
has approved deployment of National Guard troops to protect the Capitol from these peaceful.
Oh, come
Truckers.
on. Seriously.
Yep.
Just
Give me
like
a
they
fucking break.
protected the Capitol for how long with gates? Are the fences down yet?
No, the fences are going. Yeah, they were. They're going back up.
Of course they are.
So the fences have been going up this week. So again, my biggest problem with the fact is that we can put fences up for peaceful truckers. We can call out the National Guard,
Right.
but we can't do nothing about our southern border.
Right.
that's just crazy.
Up
Yeah,
to- you
Because
know,
we're full of terrorists in this country.
somebody,
right?
Yeah.
somewhere.
Well, I've been a
between
terrorist for
1,000 to
months. I don't know why you
2,000
guys are
people are
reading.
coming across the borders a month, and we can't send the National Guard to
Right.
go protect
No.
that. And we
But
leave
our
it to the-
truckers are very dangerous.
We leave it to the states.
We're so
Very
we are so
dangerous.
fucked up right now. It's not even funny.
Did you
And
see the
so-
thing that's leading us?
You know, beside the point.
So obviously there's a
Vegetable soup.
There's a growing support amongst the right for truckers that are traveling to DC.
Hell
So
yeah.
I just thought that was an interesting. So moving on to other news. So obviously Truth Social came out.
Yep.
And there's a massive demand for it right now. Huge waiting lines, I guess you want to call it.
Yeah, you want to know what number we are?
What
number?
is it?
Let's see if we have our latest number. Our wait list number is 446,320
What is this for?
for
For Trump's-
Trump's new social media platform. There's a waiting list,
I
There's
think
a
we're
waiting
gonna.
list waiting to
we-
get on it.
and we
Yeah.
are 446,000. So maybe this
Oh,
time
wait.
next year.
And that's for Coffee Table Chronicles.
Yes.
Yes.
Let me
Wow.
do it right now. What is it called? Is it an app or
Truth
is it
Social. Yeah, it is an app. It is
okay,
actually
hold
an app.
please.
Yeah.
I can download the app.
You can download the app,
I
but
want to see what number I am.
yeah, you're gonna.
When did you
curse
do
at
it?
Like 4 days ago when John
Oh,
first,
let's see what mine's
told
gonna
me
be.
about it.
This is going to be great.
So under
So can I go back to January 6th? Because I
Yeah.
found the article.
Okay.
So it was a California woman who had broadcast the thing live on Facebook. So she was sentenced to 45 days in jail and a $5,000 fine.
For what?
For putting on Facebook.
For-
yeah.
But-
For broadcasting it live.
We've had a.
Isn't that freedom of the press?
So while she
You would
was
think.
and see, this is where it gets a little wonky because she was kind of inciting something that we're gonna go in and take back. Let me see what exactly she said here. She said, "We're coming, and this is war."
Well, that's kind of it.
Yeah, she
That
was
is-
kind of inciting something. Yeah.
You might
It's
you might
kind of
have
along the
deserved
same
it.
lines of you can't threaten the president. You
Right.
can't
Yeah.
fire in a theater.
I mean, she literally says, "We're breaking in. We are breaking in. We are doing this. We
But
are."
that's what
breaking
you're
in,"
doing right now. So it's
Then-
literally just play by play.
Right.
Then you're
That's
being,
not threatening.
Well,
That's just me
still,
telling
you're
you what
s-
I'm doing.
Yeah, you're still though.
I'm stabbing the guy in the face. I'm
that-
stabbing the guy in the face.
That,
Like,
it's just dumb.
But you're not
It's
supposed to
just a
be in
dumb
there.
move.
You're not, it was the Capitol Hill. You're not supposed to be breaking into it. So,
Yeah, it was dumb.
Yeah. Yep.
So did everybody see that the Olympics have suffered record low ratings among?
oh, womp, womp, womp.
I don't know. I didn't watch it this year.
I mean, I'm an Olympic junkie. I am, but I didn't watch as much just because of, it was in China, the atrocities that they have against humans. And I watched a little bit, but
and I wanted to watch the biathlon, but I did not. I restrained myself from doing that.
Yeah, no interest.
That's the skiing and the shooting. So, in a business and economy news. So
Sure,
I
you
didn't
wanna talk
look
about
today. I forgot to look today and see where gas prices ended up. But gas prices ended up at, so oil was 90.
I am
$96.
$813,459. So it's only doubled in
only
4
double.
days.
okay.
That's
So
all.
2 years for you.
It's not
Yeah.
a popular site at all.
Not at all.
Uh,
Because we hate him.
right.
So it's just under, so it peaked over $100 a barrel yesterday, and then it backed down a couple
Did you
bucks.
say it was like 96 last time you looked? or
I
something
want to
like
say
that?
somewhere around $96, $97 a barrel. Let's not forget it was $54
A year
a
ago?
barrel. Well, no, January.
Really? I
It
thought
was
it was
like
higher
$54,
than that still.
$55 a
Wow.
barrel in January. So, just pointing out the fact, no, a year ago or a little over a year ago, they couldn't give it away. Remember, it was sitting on ships and they couldn't find where to put it. So just, hey, whatever. And so, also announced today, the CDC says that most Americans no longer need to wear masks.
Oh, yeah.
indoor.
all
Did you
right.
see that
Whoa.
news?
Yeah.
Oh.
Thank God, because I've been listening to the CDC the whole time.
I know. Amen. That right.
Hey, Con, what was that thing I sent you?
I know. Yeah.
You didn't put it.
I didn't put it up there.
Oh, what was it?
See, because sometimes we have to.
It was so
Hey,
good.
Candace,
we
thanks for
have to
jumping on
censor
tonight.
you.
It
Yeah,
was
sure.
no, it was hilarious.
It was pretty funny.
So, under the category of police and crime, so the three men in the Ahmaud Arbery case were convicted of federal hate crimes, and they should have been. So they're going to be going away for a long time, as they should.
Mhm.
I thought this was an interesting article. The San Francisco Police Department is dying, and no one seems to care.
They're dying.
So basically, the article goes on to talk about how there is very few people that are coming out, joining the force.
Right.
Oh, why would
dying
they?
off? Okay.
Why would they?
Right. Exactly.
I would not want to be.
Well,
I
it
wouldn't
just
be a
goes
cop.
to point
in
out.
this
I
day
mean,
and
just goes
age.
to prove San Francisco is going to at some point become,
A free for all.
well, Fort
Skid
Apache.
Row.
It's going to be Fort Apache, the Bronx.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's
Yep.
going to be, Escape from New York. Then it'll turn into Escape from San Francisco, and it'll be a point where
They can have San Francisco. Bye.
they can have it. So now you know why Nancy wants to move to Florida.
Right. Because
I don't know.
she fucked that up. Now
I
she's
don't know
gotta go
how.
mess up
Yeah, she was
Florida.
like, "Yeah, this is past repair, guys. I need to leave."
Yeah.
So-
I screwed up. Got to go.
Yeah. So on the immigration and southern border front, I was going to put up some articles, but I just thought these two tweets from our Congressman Andy Biggs, right here in Phoenix, in Arizona. He had these two things where he was at where the wall stops. You can see right there where the wall stops on
Right.
the left, and on the right is that famous river in the Del Rio area where they literally just wade across.
Yep.
You
Just
know,
walk
and when
right
I say
across.
wade across, it's like knee high. for
Yeah,
most-
they
most
walk
towns.
right across.
Yep.
Yeah, it's that's it. That's the border. So it's like, this is
Yep.
getting ridiculous.
So what was he down there for? Just to
To visit.
Just to take a look, he actually he introduced a bill for articles of impeachment against Mayorkas.
against who?
Mayorkas.
What's that?
So
Who's that?
Glad that wasn't me. I was like, "Is that a flower?"
I'm gonna play Lindsay
Buddha,
today.
Buddha what?
Buddha catch?
What?
Secretary
Kuch?
Secretary Mayorkas is the guy that was fighting with the ICE.
What's a dude? Why are these always people?
So remember a couple of weeks ago there was the article that came out about the guy that was fighting with the Border Patrol agents.
No.
There was a meeting and they were basically saying you're not
You suck.
you're not helping, you're not backing us and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It got pretty heated with the Border Patrol agents.
That was Mayorkas,
That's Mayorkas.
Okay.
And
not
so,
Mayorkid.
So, but Andy Biggs and several other Republican congressmen put out their articles of impeachment against Mayorkas for not doing his job and for Biden for not protecting the borders.
100%.
So, and that is the news.
Okay, so I'm gonna go back to
Actually-
January 6th one more time.
Okay, go back.
She's gonna
Okay.
go. She's gonna circle back.
I'm gonna circle back. So the second person, so it was a man, a Florida man, who he was the one that grabbed Pelosi's podium.
Yeah.
So he was charged as well. He was sentenced to 75 days in prison.
Because he touched a podium.
Well, he didn't touch it. He
He
picked
grabbed
it up
it.
and carried it. And, yeah.
It's not like he bashed her face in with it or anything.
No, he didn't.
No, he
but
carried
he was,
a podium.
He was taking
Wow.
it. So
Okay.
he was sentenced to 75 days in prison and $5,000 fine.
135 days ago.
Just recently. I mean, the
Well, no,
news-
but I mean, that's what I'm saying. 135 days ago, he.
yeah. Well, I don't know if he's been in jail all this time or
It's only been a year and.
Well, and the other part of that is whether they actually, have they gone to trial or did they just plead guilty and then they just got
Right.
sentenced?
Just got sentenced.
yeah, but you've already done those days. You get to go home. Bye.
Well, usually they'll say,
We'll give you back 285
These are
days.
extenuating circumstances.
I'm sure. Sounds very dangerous to me.
Well, usually they'll say it's in a plea deal that they've come to this thing, but it's just saying that they're sentenced by a judge.
Interesting.
Hmm.
Interesting.
So that leads me to believe that it was a trial, right?
You would
You'd
think.
think. But you'd also would have thought that they'd have had a trial a year and some odd days ago.
Right. Yeah.
So I have two quotes of the week.
Okay.
So freedom is never more than one generation away from
Yep.
extinction, according
Yep.
to Ronald Reagan.
I was gonna
Everybody
say
said that.
Yep, I've heard that.
And then from Ben Franklin, war is when the government tells you who the bad guy is. Revolution is when you decide that for yourself.
Yes.
So
Ben, Ben
Good
Franklin's
quotes.
got a ton of good quotes.
Yeah.
So I did see a super funny meme and I was going to send it to you, but it was a lot of writing on it. So I didn't want to do it. So we all remember MASH
Yes.
and we all remember who's the cross-dressing surgeon.
He wasn't a surgeon.
Jamie
he was-
Farr. Yeah. Klinger.
Klinger, thank you. And then there was the doc, right? And so Klinger's doing the guy up and he was like, but why but war is like hell. And he's like, no, war is not like hell. Hell is like hell and war is like war. And he's like, well, what do you mean? And he's like, in hell, you have people who got there for a reason. In war, you have innocent bystanders who have nothing to do with what you're talking about.
Huh.
And he was like, oh.
Interesting.
Yeah,
that is an
that
interesting
is.
perspective.
Yep. I was like, well, damn. But it was a lot of little writing and it was little pictures. It was super funny
Did you send that meme for a reason?
because it's funny.
No, I'll pull it up. I saw this one.
Jeez.
Yeah, I saw that one earlier.
Oh
That's sad.
man!
Crazy.
Yeah, that's good.
Should we try this whiskey before we get on?
All right, let's try
No.
the whiskey.
Try the whiskey. Well, this is Angel's Envy. I've heard about it from several people. They said they really enjoy it. I can
Okay.
tell you right now that Lindsay's about to make a face.
Yep.
So
So
I'm glad we're on the little-
Wait,
I'm glad we're on the little screen. No.
Gotta go to full screen here.
we're going full screen.
Oh,
Let's do the, you breathe in, hold your breath, shoot it, then breathe out.
Okay,
through
what do
your
you
mouth.
do?
so you breathe in,
You breathe.
take your shot,
Okay.
Right.
count to 3, and then
Okay.
breathe out through your mouth.
Do I swallow it as soon as I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
you
So I
swallow
breathe
it
in, swallow it, hold, and then breathe out through my mouth.
after 3 seconds.
I'm not going to be able to do that.
She's gonna
This is
spit.
too-
well,
this is
she's gonna
way
spit
easier.
No,
whiskey.
my face. I'm not going to be able to do that.
She's gonna spit whiskey everywhere. I can see it.
Don't.
It's just gonna go everywhere.
Well, at least the computer is closed.
Thanks. Yeah, right. These are brand new microphones. Don't play that game.
Oh, I know they smell weird.
All right.
They're going to smell weirder.
You're gonna smell
pretty
really
soon.
weird. All right, here we go. Angel's Envy.
Oh, we're not even to cheer. Okay. Oh, I don't-
Oh, I did that, and I don't. It's not burning or anything. It's not bad.
Ooh, we might get Wendy to start shooting whiskey.
yeah, I don't think so.
It's not a bad
It-
flavor though, huh?
It's not bad at all.
Wendy's like, no, it sucks.
So
It
earlier,
did-
We
it
need to
didn't-
make a face though. So now
I
okay.
know it didn't taste like
Take a drink.
gasoline.
Hold my breath.
So no,
Breathe out through my mouth.
breathe in, shoot it,
Okay.
hold it for 3 seconds, and then breathe out through your mouth. That's not bad. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it.
you're anticipating. Don't anticipate.
I was out through my mouth. That's not good. Oh.
No, that actually has a nice aftertaste though.
Ah.
So actually, earlier this week, so last weekend when I went to Total Wine, I was
I
picking
need
up,
the other stuff. That's terrible.
I was picking up all the little trial sizes, and I picked up the Jim Beam
Ugh.
Devil's Cut. Have
Oh,
you
how
ever
was
tried it?
that?
Actually, that was really good.
Because you had that like last night, didn't you?
What was it?
Jim Beam Devil's Cut. So as the story
My
goes,
tongue is on fire.
no, it's not. So Devil's Cut. So the
It's all
wood.
tingly.
So so according to what they talk about, when you put whiskey in a barrel, there's what poor Lindsay. So when you put
It's
whiskey,
so bad, Christine.
it is not.
It's good.
So when you put whiskey in a barrel, there's what evaporates,
right.
and that I think that they say goes to the angels, and then there's what the wood absorbs, and that's the Devil's Cut.
Mm.
And so Jim Beam somehow figured out a way to be able to take and
Extract it.
extract it out of the wood. It actually is really good. I was
Really?
very surprised for Jim Beam is not known as a high end
No.
whiskey,
No, not
but
at
it
all.
really is a
And what's it called?
Devil's Cut.
Devil's
Jim
Cut.
Beam Devil's
Hmm.
Cut. It was actually really good.
So do they smush the barrel or something?
They must do something.
Ooh, that sounds. I'm not a big Captain Morgan fan, but orange and vanilla sounds good.
Ooh, it does.
What was? I don't even know who made it. I don't even know if it was a person who made it. But we got this gin liqueur for Christmas. Such a pretty bottle. And that's
Yes.
originally why we bought it, is it's like a snow globe and it has a deer and all these pictures around it. It has like gold flakes in it, like Goldschlager.
And it's
And I'm
got
like-
a light that goes
And it
up.
lights up.
Yeah,
So
it's
you
got
press the
lights
bottom
up.
and it lights up like a snow globe. It's so pretty. So that's why we got it. And then I was reading the front and I was like, oh, it's a gingerbread orange liqueur. And it's a gin. And I was like, oh, that might be weird because gins get kind of,
No, it's very good.
oh my God, it's so yummy. and it's such a cool bottle. So I went back to Costco, and it was only $20 when we
And
bought
she
it. So
bought
I went
6
back
of
to
them.
Costco, and it was on clearance. And you know how much I love clearance, like me and Clarence.
Hey, we all do.
We like this. And so they were on clearance, so I got like 8 bottles,
Now,
Did you really
do you
get 8?
shoot it straight?
like 9.
You could. It's that
Because
good.
I had to give some away. I gave one to you guys,
Yeah.
give one to mom and dad. I gave 2 to the girls. I only have 4 left.
Only has
Oh,
She only has
You have to do them. Like, come on now.
okay. If you're
It's a
using it
math
for gift,
thing.
you know,
There's a gift thing. Absolutely. Yeah. Don't.
no, but it's much more fun, Dan,
Yes,
when we
it
do.
is.
Well, no, and now that she just made that face she made, I now have my crumbs for next week.
Yeah, I hate you. You're mean.
So those that don't know, that is our ongoing inside joke with Lindsay, because Lindsay used to sit there and say, "I love whiskey,"
I did. I used to like whiskey.
and then she, "Oh, you used to love whiskey." I remember
used
the first time you said,
used
"Oh, I
to
love whiskey."
Not
pour me-
anymore.
She
pour me
found
some of that.
wine.
I love whiskey,
She found wine.
and then we'd be like,
Mhm.
you know, Elsie, you may say you love whiskey, but
Your face does
your
not.
face
Yeah.
does not.
Not say it.
Yeah, I was a long time ago. That's all I used to drink was Jack Daniels right out of the bottle. Life was great.
Oh,
Throw a
man.
little bottle, throw a can
I
of Coke in there once it got down low enough. Yeah, I can't do that
And
anymore.
that makes me laugh because Jack Daniels compared to some of the stuff that we do, it tastes like shit. right?
Oh, it's all
it's-
gross.
no, I
so
mean,
there's
but
really no.
Jack is a little harsher, I will admit.
Yeah.
I mean, but I mean, I spent a lot of years. That's all I drank.
Mhm.
Well, your taste buds change over time too.
Yeah.
I never drank whiskey
I'm gonna go
nearly
with
as
that.
much until I met you guys.
So, what are you trying to say?
I was
I'm
You're a
not
bad
saying anything.
influence.
I'm saying thank you. you turned me on.
Yeah, and
to-
then he drinks. Oh, did you bring the Texas bottle?
Oh, we
No,
forgot it.
we forgot.
Can't
We'll
believe
bring
he
it next week.
likes
that was good.
I didn't even smell bad.
I really like the aftertaste on this. It's got a
Yeah,
nice
that's good.
aftertaste.
That's good.
It's not
How-
bad.
How do you taste anything?
I'm telling you, if you did it,
I did it.
You-
It obviously
no.
She
I'm going to say
anticipated.
you anticipated.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
It
you
smells
you
awful.
automatically had it in your head that
It
was going to be
smelled
bad.
gross.
It
I could
doesn't
smell exactly what it was going to
smell
taste
gross.
like. It smells gross. Don't judge me.
we're judging.
Don't judge
We're
me.
judging.
You, I saw that pity face in your life. Don't judge
Yeah.
me. Oh, you should have put that meme up there. It was the cutest meme in the whole world.
It wasn't. It was.
What was
It said, I don't have, the question was like, ma'am, did your dog bite? And it says, no, worse, she judges.
Oh yeah.
That was good.
Yeah, but Bill's picture was much cuter.
Yeah, she judges though.
She does. Very much so.
It's very much.
All right, you ready to continue on with Ukraine? Or so you
I
got
am
something
ready.
pulled up
So, now that we've had some shots, we need to, I thought this was another political cartoon, but it only had to
boring
prove,
Sorry, you gave
Are
me
we
whiskey.
keeping you up?
You gave me whiskey. I'm gonna.
but the only thing necessary for evil to invade
I don't
is
even
for
know what
good men
Spanish
to do
brandy is.
nothing. And that's part of a bigger meme or a bigger saying. And I forget exactly who it was that said it. I looked it up today. But the saying is, the only way, and I'm going to paraphrase a little bit, the only way that evil will succeed is for good men to do nothing.
And that's
Haven't
very
we-
true. That's
Haven't
very
we
true.
seen that?
And we have
Already?
seen that. And that's,
Yeah.
therein lies some of the things that have happened over and over again.
The last couple years, especially.
So it's crazy in the fact that, and this goes back to, I want to say, probably the 60s or something like that. And, we've seen it over and over. So for those coming up later, the quiz of the week is less fun, more informative.
Informative. How?
More
That's it.
informative than last week's memes because
Well,
that was
it's
pretty
actually-
informative,
No, this is going to be It's
Terrifying.
more of a history lesson.
but informative.
More of a history lesson.
Okay, so stick around for the quiz of the week.
Okay.
So, courage in Ukraine. So, actually, I'm going to pull up the website that this links to.
It's not like a speedy one, is it?
No, it's
No, it's not.
Okay, good.
Trust me, I warn you ahead of time what it's going to be.
You don't.
Yes, I do.
2 seconds ahead of time is not ahead of time.
So, a couple different things, and I've read the article, and so we'll go through some of these real quick. This is the president of Ukraine, and he was rumored to have fled the country, and he went on whatever it was, Instagram or Twitter or something like that, and said, "Nope, here I am, right here in Kyiv with
My people.
my people, and we're protecting the downtown area.
Yep.
You
Oh,
know?
yeah.
him.
Didn't he bust out a suit and everything? Like he's in
He
full
went
on
back.
like,
He's
military
going back and
tactics.
forth all day. He's
Yeah.
either when he's not in a suit making
he's in
speeches
gear.
to the people, he's down on the street with a gun in his hand.
Yeah.
Yep.
So-
Well, no, I meant
I
like
mean, now
military.
he's now
Yeah, he's in
granted,
full gear.
I am not
Full gear,
promoting
that's
that he is an all-out hero in any stretch of the imagination. They say that it's a pretty corrupt government over there, but on the other hand, what government isn't? I
Right.
mean, we're not really in our.
Are we
in
any
our-
better right
yeah,
now?
I was just
Right,
gonna say, in our country, are we really in a position to judge? So
Don't be like the
um,
judging pity.
And hopefully, I mean, he is truly taking up arms and defending his own country. Because
Yeah.
I mean, that is the definition of a leader, not just do as I say, not as I do.
Well, let me ask you this: who do you think here in this country would do that?
No. Not
as far as a
single-
politician,
Yeah, who
Not
do you
a
think would
single
take?
you
one.
would hope that some of the because there are some
ex-military, or
ex-military that are now. So we have, I want to say, I think that I thought I read an article not too long ago, or somebody said it, or something that said
I can see a Dan Crenshaw doing that, but
that we have the most prior military in
office.
office in federal office since World War II.
Mhm.
Okay,
So I mean, we had 20 years of war, so we've
right.
got quite a few people that are there in office now, whether they were just regular rifle carriers or they were special forces or they were, take a look at, now I'm drawing a blank, Governor of Florida,
DeSantis.
Ron DeSantis was he was a lawyer.
Yeah.
So he actually deployed with SEALs. He was a lawyer in the Navy.
Okay.
And he
Oh,
de-
really?
And he deployed with SEALs because he was doing some of the interrogations and stuff.
Oh, cool.
So, just interesting stuff like that.
That's awesome.
Yes, Christine. That's why gun control doesn't work.
That's why, exactly. So, as I said earlier, they are handing out guns and they're saying anybody that wants a gun, come get. And they're asking for anybody. It doesn't have to be a Ukrainian citizen. It can be anybody that wants to help protect.
In any age, too.
Any
They're
age. They're not-
limited.
Well, those they
Anybody
gave
that
it to
wants-
Granny, man. I was like, that's
there
terrifying.
There are pictures of old women that are
Yeah.
grabbing
Yeah.
guns, and they're
Yep.
taking, and there are pictures of young girls, probably like teenagers.
Hell yeah. Your
So
teenagers
here's-
should know how to shoot.
Here's this Snake Island where they basically told that Russian ship
To go F themselves.
Kiss
go
my-
after themselves,
Mhm.
and then they unfortunately,
That's okay.
They made their last stand.
I'll go out on that hill.
I mean, if you're gonna die, you might as well die going
Yeah,
down.
you're going to kill me
fighting.
anyways.
Yeah.
You're going to invade this island. I'm going to do it on my
Yeah.
terms.
Yeah.
So
I'm not gonna make it easy for you.
Nope.
Nope.
this is the ex-Ukrainian president. He was taking up arms and going out into the streets. I mean, it doesn't matter
That's
who these
awesome.
people are, right? They're doing whatever they have to.
This is their home.
Yeah.
This is their home. These are
Yep.
two pro wrestling brothers, and
One's the mayor, isn't he?
one is either the mayor or the ex-mayor, and I think it's
That's
the one
what
on
you were
the
telling me about.
left. And so he's so they're obviously staying and fighting.
Where are you going to go?
This guy. So did you hear about the bridge that had to be blown up today?
I did. I heard
No.
about that. Yeah.
So
What happened?
there was a bridge that was mined, and they finally made the decision that they
To blow
needed to
it.
stop the Russians somehow. Basically, these are old World War II tactics.
Yeah.
Right.
Tanks are rolling. They had to blow up the bridge to stop the tanks. So this guy here basically ran across the bridge. There was no way to be able, or no time to be able to do a remote detonation. So he literally stood there on the bridge and detonated it himself.
And hit the button.
Killed himself.
Killed
That's
himself.
awesome.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're kidding.
Wow.
Wow.
I mean, this guy is a
crazy.
hero.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
in this
crazy.
country, he would
Absolutely.
get a Congressional Medal of Honor. This guy
That's-
is, doing what he has to do.
To protect his family, to protect his country.
Yeah. I mean, he radioed to his unit.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Wow. This is real, people.
These are real.
Seriously,
This
This
exactly
is
what's
not a
happening.
movie. This is
This
not.
is what's been happening today.
It's hard to imagine this because we've never seen
Mm-mm.
something like this on our soil
Well, if you think about
in our
it,
lifetime.
in our
Well-
lifetime. But I mean, even something like this to happen within the U.S. boundaries.
right? But not even that. Even when like Desert Storm, all that stuff was going on, we the technology was
We
better,
didn't see it.
but it still wasn't like it is today.
You
Now
read
see
it.
this
You
stuff.
read it on it.
Well, I heard
know.
somebody say once, this is war in 4K.
Yeah,
Mhm.
pretty much. Yeah.
And I think that's going to make it harder for people to believe, because look at all of our movies, look at all of our stuff.
Well, we're so
like
desensitized.
that, exactly.
Yes.
We're so desensitized
Yeah.
because it's just a movie. It's not real. This is real. Like
This
that
is real,
Like
yeah.
that
The tank.
tank you showed me
Well,
that
I'll
rolled
show
over the
that-
car.
I'll show that
Like,
a little bit
show
later.
that.
That's real.
Yeah,
That's not.
that's real.
That's a physical person in there that they're pulling out.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
insane.
This is not a game. This is not a movie.
Right.
And that's the
These
problem.
are people's lives.
That's the problem with today's generation. is
They don't. They're gonna.
they see it on
it's
Grand
just a
Theft
video.
Auto and,
it's just a
and
video.
Call of Duty, and they think it's all just
Yeah,
Right,
it's just
exactly.
a video. It's not
Yeah.
real. It's
Yeah.
just a video. No, these are literally, you can hear it in that woman's voice.
Oh, yeah.
Like, this is
Totally.
real.
Yeah.
Did you see this Ukrainian woman that she was walking up to Russian soldiers and giving them sunflower seeds?
No.
So she was asking them to put them in their pockets, because basically she was saying that when we kill you, we want something good to grow out of.
What?
Wow.
Isn't that awesome?
Wow. Give her a medal.
I would have covered him in like
Hats off to her.
poison or something.
I mean, we
I
could watch the
love
videos, but the videos, they're all obviously speaking Ukrainian, so we can't understand
them.
That's
going on.
awesome.
This one, I don't know what the deal is behind that.
People like it though.
Wow.
So here's people, they're in the subway system, which are being served as bomb shelters,
Bunkers.
just like Britain back in World War II. There's one though, obviously again, they're spending the night. There's one in here. Oh,
There's one in there that shows somebody with their puppy dog.
somebody had asked, so it doesn't show it here, but if I went to the actual,
Huh.
Yeah.
yeah,
That's
100%.
funny, Dan.
They ain't even gonna know what the hell to
100%.
do.
They could be on the front lines.
Yeah.
so, but it was
They'll go
awesome
first.
because a reporter or somebody was talking, just making small talk with a woman next to him. And he asked the question, so what are like your immediate plans? And she goes, make Molotov cocktails.
Yes.
And these people, it doesn't matter.
No,
It doesn't matter. Gender doesn't
They're
matter. Age.
diehard.
They're, you are attacking their soil.
Mhm.
They're
This
gonna
is
fight back.
mine. You
This
don't
is my
belong here.
home.
More to
Yep.
Dan's point, it does worry me about,
10 years
some of
from
the,
now.
some of the people that we have that want to defund the military and and think that and it's all kumbaya and get rid of borders, and they just don't understand.
They don't get it.
So
They don't get that this is happening and this could be here in a
Exactly.
minute.
well,
Exactly.
and I
In
want
a
to ask that
minute.
question, John. So you were military. Is it that far fetched to think that it's never really happened, but is it that far fetched to think that we can have a war on our own soil? Is it that far fetched to think that somebody could potentially try to
Pull up to
invade
our
us? I know we're far
beaches.
superior to a lot of the militaries,
It's
but is
it's
it really
easy
that
to
far
say.
fetched?
Could we have another Pearl Harbor or worse?
Well, Pearl Harbor's it's not a bad example, but I'm talking about physically on our soil. I know who I
Right.
use.
The
People
worst thing
pull
that-
up to the beaches and here we go.
Yeah.
The worst thing that could happen, worst case scenario in my mind that I've, so I read a lot of fiction that revolves around that and spy novels and all that kind of good stuff. And the one scenario that really does scare me is the fact that if we had a civil war or civil war like enough to where the UN had to step in, and all of a sudden we have Chinese peacekeepers, quote unquote, or Russian
Mhm.
peacekeepers on our soil.
That would be scary.
Yeah,
That's
that would
where
be-
it gets, that's where it's a slippery slope.
Yeah, but not too far fetched from that, though. Think about it. I mean, if we just use the southern border as an example, any enemy could come through that border and infiltrate us
Oh,
to
yeah.
a degree. I mean, maybe
Yes.
not to the extent of Ukraine, but all it
think
takes is setting off a dirty bomb.
Well, it
Well,
doesn't
there's
even
a
take.
difference between, and at least maybe I misunderstood the question. There's a difference between an attack, a single point attack, and an invasion, like troops rolling across with armor and guns and intending to take and occupy
An area.
an area versus just doing damage. Most of the radical Islamists, they just want to kill as many
Many people as they
They don't
can.
want to occupy anything.
But okay, so give that number again. How many people per month are crossing our border?
1 to 2,000.
Okay, so
You
it's
put a
been going
gun in
on-
their
been going-
hand.
No, not even. Let's say they're coming. They just appear to be normal people coming across the border. They're now in the country. They now take up arms. What's to say they couldn't create something?
That could be
once they're in the
50,000 in a
country?
month.
Yeah. What's to say there's not a million?
There's
of them
not.
here?
I mean, there's not.
I mean,
Right.
that can attack us from the inside.
I mean,
And they're already here.
Let's
Right.
go to
Very true.
Timothy McVeigh. I think
Right.
that's correct.
Texas was no.
Oklahoma City,
yeah.
So the Oklahoma
Oklahoma.
City bombing.
Yeah.
So if I'm right, that's his name.
Yeah.
And he did that with fertilizer and diesel fuel.
Right.
Yes.
And so it wasn't that hard
Nope.
to
Nothing
come
hard that
across
he can find.
So, same thing with Molotov cocktails. I mean, when
Look at 9/11.
when 9/11 happened, a buddy of mine and I had long, horrifying discussions about ways that you could continue to cause havoc in this country. Let's go to the DC shooter who I heard a great audiobook once on the hunt for him.
Mm-hmm.
And it's interesting how 3 states were terrified by a guy shooting out of the trunk of an Impala.
We had it here in Phoenix.
Look at the dude shooting from the freeway.
You
Right?
That
you
was
guys
here.
here for that?
No,
I don't think so.
Oh my goodness.
Talk about scary.
That was 5 years ago, 6
No,
years ago.
Way longer than that.
Was it
Way
really?
longer than that? Yeah. Yeah.
Because I remember, maybe 10 years ago, huh?
that was
Literally
before our
sat
time.
on the bridges of the freeways and just picked off cars.
you're right, Dan.
And
We
then
don't
would
know
leave.
how many sleepers we have in the country.
So he
right?
looks
Yeah.
he looks no different than any dude walking across the freeway in the morning.
And then all of a
Nobody's
sudden,
gonna stop
just
and
you
think,
know,
your car shot, done. And then he just keeps walking.
Was
Nobody's gonna know on the street.
was he using a handgun then, or
It was a
Um,
rifle. No, he
it
had a
was a
rifle. He
rifle.
was sniping people. Like,
was sniping
would
people
flat
off.
right off the
Like,
bridge.
he would
nobody
sit
could
there-
see? I mean, nobody
It
saw
would
it.
happen like
Think about it,
would
though.
happen in
Literally, you're
at
driving.
dawn.
Yeah, it'd be right as
Oh,
the
so
sun's
it
coming
was
up.
dark?
You're
Right.
driving
Okay.
down the freeway. So
Pop,
the freeway person doesn't know anything.
Right.
And are you going to think of anything as you're driving by on the freeway when somebody's walking by? It looks like they're bending down, tying their shoe.
Yeah.
I'm not going to stop, and
For
I'm not
six-
even going to
For
notice
6
him.
months, I literally stayed off the freeway. It was that
And it was
scary.
only
Wow.
between like an
I mean, it was
hour
freaky.
that he would always do it.
Yeah. Yep.
And he
Wow.
got like
But-
20
Did-
people or
Yeah.
something
But
crazy. You got
that's
a
the
crap.
scary
Did they
thing
finally
because,
get
you know, how many years?
I think so.
They
I
did
honestly-
finally get him.
Did they?
Yeah,
I would say
did finally
honestly
get
don't
him.
know.
Okay.
But how many years had they, all these people crossing our border? A planned coordinated attack would be, okay, we're going to infiltrate the country from the inside out.
For the next 6
Well,
months.
how did
they're,
that-
they're never going to know.
Right.
And then
That's
all
how
of a sudden they launch
9/11
an attack.
happened.
Right. I mean, so, these people that are, so fucking lackadaisic on the border, think about that for a minute. Think about how easy that would be to do.
They're already here,
We're not
and
even
we're already
managing our
sh-
borders.
and we're
Right.
already shipping
Wow.
them all
Luckily,
over the country.
leftists,
Yeah.
they're in the quandary of, if you don't have an ID, you can't get a gun.
Because it's so hard to
Well,
get a
yeah.
gun.
Well, I mean, you do background checks, federal background checks for any gun that you buy.
Doesn't mean you're buying it from a store
Well, true. I mean, if you buy it off the street,
off Joe Schmo
yeah.
or the pawn
There's
shop
a
or
black
anything.
market.
But this, so like Keith was saying, so we have all these people that have been coming across 1,000 a day plus. It's not just the southern border they're staying at. We're shipping them. We
Oh,
have them
they're
in
all over
Washington.
the
We have them in
country.
Washington
We're
State. We have them
strategically
all.
putting them into cities.
We're strategically
God.
putting them through the cities.
Yeah.
Exactly. How do we know that they're not all in communication or all on a certain date that's pre-planned?
Right. They're going to just
Right.
hit.
That they're not all just going to flip the hell out.
Well, that's what happened with 9/11. That so
Exactly.
many of them
Spread
were normal citizens. They interacted.
Exactly.
The
We
people
trained
that
them how to
nobody-
fly.
Yeah.
Right.
They took courses in,
Yeah,
in
right here.
Florida and
Right
Arizona.
here.
Yeah, and I mean, it's like
Yeah.
there were people that knew them, and they're like, "Oh,
No,
he
that
was
was
a
just-
great
just
guy,"
him
and blah blah
next
blah.
door,
And it's
yeah.
like,
Couldn't land worth the shit, but he was a good flyer.
Didn't have to.
He could
Didn't
really
have to.
take off,
Just
man.
like kamikazes. Here's how you take off, and here's how you fly. Don't worry about landing.
Sorry, I didn't mean to sidetrack us, but that
But
just
seriously, like that's
stuff like that just scares me because it's like we
It could
we
be.
have no control over our southern border, and who knows if something like this could potentially happen.
it's
Well,
already
that's it.
happened,
Right.
and it
And
could
this-
happen again.
Right.
Yeah.
And this goes along with the fact of we're not doing the due diligence to be able to protect ourselves.
Right.
and it's all in the name of
Exactly,
it's
Dad.
all in the name of politics.
Man, scary
so,
shit.
Yeah.
So who saw this?
I did. It's terrifying.
It's horrible.
I did not.
Oh, it's not as dramatic when you can't hear the woman screaming.
Oh, holy crap. They just rolled over.
Literally
a car.
right over
right
the
over
car.
the top of that car.
And guns for it. Not like he accidentally ran into the car. He gunned for that car.
Wow.
Now I'm hearing conflicting stories about the fact that this guy was lost, and allegedly, an aircraft was coming at the time.
So that was a Russian tank?
That was a
Russian tank
tank.
ran over the car.
Wow.
Yep.
Well, I think if that was me and I see a tank on the road, I don't think I'm going to get that close to it.
Is that a different
What do you
advantage?
do though if it's coming towards you?
I
What do you
thought
do
there
if you're
was a
going towards
different
it?
view
Oh, I
somewhere.
would spin around and I
Oh.
would.
It was an older person. They show the video later of them trying to get him out.
It
It was an older person. It was an
Was it?
elderly person.
Oh,
I don't
that's
think I
sad.
had.
It's
I don't
right
think I
here.
had-
Yeah, that's where they're trying to break.
They're trying to pull him
free of the
out.
car.
Oh my gosh. And they
So,
survived?
Yeah,
He
the
wa-
driver
at
actually
that
survived.
moment, he was alive.
They were prying him out, but he was trapped. So he, obviously
He's
just,
smushed. I mean, who
just laid
knows?
down.
Oh, that's crazy.
Who knows how long he's alive? But
And if anything was like pinned and
I'm sure it was. Look at the whole front of the car. I mean, he got lucky because he got smashed down to the passenger side. Who knows what his legs look like, what his lungs
Right.
look like? I
Yeah.
mean,
Good thing he knew enough to duck down or whatever
Yeah,
he
no
did.
kidding.
I mean, because he got crushed.
Yeah, there's
maybe he
another
was trying
video,
to run.
a different perspective. I found it earlier today, but I couldn't find it before starting out here. But yeah, there's at least one more view
That's on the other side.
but it just shows the exact same thing. Just
Yeah.
this whole,
It's just terrifying.
it is.
And we're seeing more and more of these videos.
Look, he guns right for him. Zoom.
Wow, that
Yeah,
is-
it's like he revved it like
Yep,
purposely.
run.
Oh
ran
my
his
God,
whole-
that's
allegedly there was an
crazy.
aircraft that was coming for this tank.
Okay.
Because it's like an anti-aircraft
And running the
tank.
car over was helping him.
Well, you don't know.
Yeah, but then there's nothing though. I mean, you would think if that aircraft was going for the tank, you would have
Well,
seen
and
some
I mean,
type
the
of
funny thing is, and
explosion.
then he literally just backs right over the car again.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
I mean,
Because he got stuck on the train tracks. He couldn't get over him.
Looks to me like he literally meant to run that guy over.
Yeah.
it does look that way, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
I don't know. I don't want to jump to conclusions, but
When a cat looks like a cat.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just saying.
And you're starting to see more and more video come out like that. It's just that's what I'm saying. This is real. It's not,
This is
This
real.
is not Call of Duty, man. It's really real.
Yeah. There was a
And
real
it's
person
scary.
in that
Really
car.
real.
Right. Really real.
So,
Oh, I did not even get to tell you guys about my lovely phone call I got this week.
what phone call?
Sorry,
While
these
we play this
commercials-
video, we're not going to play the audio because we get bad feedback.
Well, oh, that's cool.
Is that a commercial?
Where's that
No,
at?
this is
Oh.
actually the Freedom Convoy
Oh, okay.
from. This was from yesterday.
That's awesome.
Yesterday.
That's awesome.
Yeah. That they, well,
Stopped
actually
to
the
get
day
snacks
before,
and-
because they stopped in Golden Valley, which is outside of Kingman.
Okay.
So they stopped there for the night. And this is not yesterday, but the night before.
That's awesome.
That is freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Did I see a Let's Go Brandon flag? I
Yep.
think I just
Oh,
You
noticed.
sure did.
Yes, you
there's,
did.
there's the other
Hold on.
version too.
That's awesome.
Perk my shirt up. That's awesome.
Is that code for
That's
something?
hella cool. I have my shirt on.
Got her. Let's go, Brandon.
Let's go, Brandon.
Look at that. That is freaking awesome.
Freaking awesome. I am
It's-
so glad somebody is finally standing up for what they believe in.
So it'll be interesting.
That makes
to
me
see,
so happy.
because allegedly there's supposed to be convoys coming out of like the Dakotas and coming
All
out
meeting
with
up.
them, and then they're supposed to be converging and meeting up with them. So there was another convoy,
Makes me so happy.
smaller convoy out of Pennsylvania that already had gone to the Capitol and left.
Okay.
So
Oh,
they,
really?
they went there yesterday, if I remember.
They were a little
correctly.
early to the party.
Well, they were hoping to try and actually be a little
Gotta
bit
be the
disruptive,
openers.
but they found that they were being the ones caught in traffic.
Oh,
I mean, let's face it,
DC.
Yeah.
DC has got a lot of traffic.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they ended up leaving and said they would come back when the convoy
When the
got
convoy's there, that's funny.
So
When are they supposed to get there?
uh,
They were taking what, 10 days to get there?
yeah, so they're supposed to get there around the 5th.
Okay.
So originally they were trying to get there by the 1st, and I don't think that's going to happen, which is Tuesday.
Yeah.
It's fine. The longer it takes, the
Because
better.
they were trying to get there by the time of the State of the Union.
Right.
But, now it's going to be probably the 5th by the time they get there.
We gotta get a shirt. So my phone call.
You know, it'd be even funnier if
your
it
phone
sorry.
call.
My phone call.
Tell
So
us.
I get a phone call.
Okay. From who?
No idea.
Did they
Yes,
identify
Wendy.
themselves or no?
The
So
ghost
it
crew.
was, they wanted me to vote and they wanted to connect me straight to my senator. They wanted me to tell my senator that I support less strict voting rules, because with all the new regulations, it makes it very hard for military and government to be able to vote.
That's so bullshit.
Yeah,
And
I
I
was gonna say
said-
that's bullshit.
And she's like, can I connect you with your senator? And I said, absolutely not.
Why?
I will not.
Oh, yeah. Get Kirsten on the phone. I want to talk to her.
Let me talk to that fucking hooker.
No, I would much
See if
rather,
I end up in jail.
because I would have a fucking cow if I got on the phone with Kelly.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah.
So I'm like, absolutely not. Our military does just fine with voting because they have their IDs. That's not a problem.
right.
I said, but to get y'all to cheat, I'm sure it would make it a lot easier. I said, have a wonderful day. God bless you.
Did you have more, John, or is that all you got?
The only thing I have left is the quiz of the week.
All right, so let's do.
Hi, Wendy. I see you on YouTube and not on Facebook
That's because she's in trouble.
because
Uh-oh.
she's in jail
Are you in Facebook?
Did you want your
jail?
Hillary
for
picture
like a
up?
year and a half. Yes, we need to talk about this hooker. Hold,
Okay.
please.
You have a story?
I do have
I'll
a
take,
story.
I'll take
okay.
some more while you're at it.
I have to find it. Hold on.
Which one do you want?
You want some angels or you
You
want
want
that?
those?
other
Oh, yeah,
one?
you can drink
Oh,
that.
once I've dirtied the glass, so now we
Okay.
got to go with
There
the.
you gotta go.
Keith's is still clean.
I'm gonna have more angels.
His
I
is
like
still
that. I like
pure.
the angels.
Well, I'll have a little of this, and I'll have some angels.
All right, so let's do our
Hooker of the week.
Hooker of the
Bum,
week.
ba-da-da.
What's that?
Why does it look like there's blood on my light now?
What?
It has
Go
to
back,
change.
go back, play it again.
Play it again.
yeah, I
In
don't
between the
It was just when the red light.
It's just when it's red, it looks like it's dripping blood.
Don't get disgusted.
Oh.
now. Come on.
Okay.
Oh.
No, I was like,
Is this the Halloween
I thought we
version?
were murdering. Yeah, I thought we were murdering hookers. I was like, don't murder the hookers.
So our hooker of the week is none other than
Hillary Hooker Clinton. Sorry, that is the worst picture I could find, but that's the only one I could
why
find.
does it say ample?
It says sample
Oh,
because
sample.
I found it on like last minute
The S
shopping.
is
Okay,
silent.
Oh, yeah.
the S is silent,
Yes.
like hooker. The H is silent.
The S is white, so you,
You
can
get-
see it.
Yeah.
It blends. in.
That's a silent.
Hey, that was very racist.
It was racist. Sorry.
So why is she the hooker?
She is hooker because 10 hours ago, I'm lying already. 10
Uh-oh.
hours ago, Hillary Clinton blames Trump
What?
for giving aid and comfort to Putin before Ukraine invasion.
Yep.
And what is her proof for? What
I
is
don't know. I didn't
her-
read that
No,
far.
what
What
is-
is what is her proof?
We don't need
That's
proof.
good, Wendy. I like that.
You don't need
What is
proof.
Former
Proof.
Secretary of State calls on what's left.
I mean, we can say anything about anyone without any proof or any
well,
anything.
that's her whole
Miss
fucking life.
Russia collusion. Where's your
Yeah,
proof?
well, you know,
They're finding out what I did with Russia. Go ahead and start World War III. So, former Secretary of State calls on what's left of the Republican Party to stand up against those who are showing support for enemy freedom and democracy against Putin. Hillary Clinton has blamed Donald Trump for giving aid and comfort to President Vladimir Putin after the former U.S. president called him a genius just days before Russia declared war on Ukraine.
Is it just me? But when my kids were little, you called a fart, a poot, and
You be
and every
Putin.
time people say Putin,
You get the
that's
walking
what I
Putins.
think of.
You get the walking Putins, it happens. Especially when you get older. Or you get your Putin
Oh,
dogs that be Putin on you all the
that's
time.
I
Funny.
know.
That is funny as shit.
so have you
Literally.
seen this? This one I thought was
Just
a little
saying.
bit just too much over
Just
the top.
So
This position shows the world we're willing to work with them.
yep.
Oh man.
Oh my
He
god.
needs an ice cream. Oh, he's got a sippy cup. That's nice.
I was gonna ask, are there any ice cream trucks in the convoy?
Oh my God.
Do we need to buy an ice cream truck and catch up?
Wouldn't that be funny? That'd be funny as shit.
I'd be blaring that music too. Hell yes.
Oh, we
All
got a handful of days.
Oh my God, I'm
Put
gonna
it
end up in
together.
jail.
Can I do my update?
Could we?
Yeah.
Could we?
Could we?
Could we?
Catch up with them by
before the
then?
5th? Let's see. So first,
Do
is
you think we
Tuesday.
could if we got an ice cream truck?
We'd have to fly somewhere and then rent it probably.
That
I
would be
was going to
Sunday.
say that.
So that would be a week from Sunday. Could we buy an ice cream truck, find an ice cream truck out
And
east
drive it by
somewhere?
there?
Well, we'd have to fly out east
And pick up our ice
and
cream
pick it
truck.
up.
and then drive.
Do they
to
have
DC.
ice cream
And all
trucks
we
in the
care,
East?
all
I
we
know
care
that was
about is
super.
whether it's got the Blues Brothers big speaker.
Hell yeah, I want a big
Oh,
speaker
yeah.
on it.
You got to get like a good.
Well,
like a
you
good
got
humor
your
truck or-
speakers. Could we hook one of the band speakers to the top
You
of it?
could. You absolutely.
No, go back and watch the
Glasses.
Blues Brothers.
I've
Remember
seen
that
the Blues Brothers more than once.
gigantic speaker. that
But
was
we
on
have
the-
to make
we
sure
have
we
big
have that.
speakers,
That's
too.
going to be harder to find. We got speakers
Oh man, you imagine sitting there and playing ice cream music? That
Oh,
would be
my
awesome.
Funny
outside of the White House.
As the convoy comes down
Yes,
the road.
I'll
yes.
just sit at the White House and wait and flip that music
Mr.
on.
President.
Here's a snow cone for you.
You want us? I got an ice cream.
That's funny.
You think we'd end up in jail for that?
Probably.
Nope.
You would.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Freedom of expression.
Lindsay would.
It's what
Yeah.
you would say afterwards.
Right.
That's
Now we
really
get it.
true.
Now we get it.
I wouldn't, so I just can't threaten.
Right.
You
Can I-
can't say we're going in. We're going in.
Can I call names?
Christine,
Yeah.
you
Can
sure
I
do have ice
call
cream
you
trucks.
and Christine?
call 'em
Is
Brandon.
there
All you have
is
to do
there
is
an
call 'em
ice cream
Brandon.
truck out there? We need this is
There's plenty of ice cream trucks out there. Trust me.
because we have extra money left over.
Could we
from the
just
house.
borrow
Oh,
an ice
stop
cream?
it.
Is there anybody in Washington that's not using the ice
Let's
Who will
borrow
let
it.
us borrow it?
Yeah, right.
in Maryland
Oh.
or Virginia that
Re-
is not using the ice
Yes,
truck?
Good
we
humor
will
truck
pay to
or-
rent it.
Anybody within the sound of our voice that can let us borrow an ice cream truck.
Speaking of which,
Because
anybody,
I can't spend a lot of money. I'm going to need it for bail fund.
anybody in the sound of our voice right now, please go subscribe to our YouTube channel. Gotta
And
get that shameless plug in
we
there,
need an
Speaking
ice
of
cream
hooker
truck.
of the week,
right?
This hooker has brought on so many good ideas.
which one?
Are you calling
This
yourself a
one?
hooker?
This one?
No, Hillary brought
Oh.
this whole conversation,
She did.
which now brought on ice cream trucks.
I'm going to bring up a topic that I think Wendy's going to like.
Wendy's gonna like this one.
So this is going to be my update of the week, but it's not a COVID update this week.
No,
This
Uh-oh.
is a
Wendy's gonna jump on this.
conspiracy theory update. You're going to
Okay.
like this one.
Do you have a
All right.
metal
Okay.
hat on?
I do.
Do we
I was
have
gonna
a-
say,
here's-
which one?
so here's
Oh my
here's
God,
my
you
conspiracy
really
theory.
I like the
What's
tinfoil
wrong?
hat.
What's wrong, Elsie? Did he ease up too much tinfoil?
Want to know what's holding his
Where's the
hat up?
cigar?
I should have.
I want to know what's holding your hat up.
I thought you laughed more at Biden driving the UFO.
Yeah,
That's nice.
funny.
He doesn't have an ice cream cone though, so you need to be politically correct.
Oh, I thought she was gonna. I thought you were gonna be in trouble because you used up all.
Too much tin foil. Too much
No, we
foil.
got a shit ton of tinfoil.
I thought you'd be mad because I used it, or I folded
Nope.
it the wrong way. But
Why is it got to be like that?
That sounds like an inside joke.
Why? Why?
We'll discuss later.
Why do you got to be like that?
Why you got to be like that?
thanks, Christine. I thought it was good. You should have seen me trying to make the damn hat.
If you would have folded it right, it'd been fucking fine.
I should have recorded that because that was even funnier.
I
So,
bet you're like,
so I am a bit of a conspiracy theorist, and I'm going to go off on my rant right now.
Okay.
So I even have it
Let's hear it.
written down. So,
oh, good job.
Let's hear it.
so here's what I believe. This is what I believe. I'm not saying this is
And
fact.
he's wearing a tinfoil hat,
I'm
so you
saying
know.
this is what I believe. So
Let's go, Brandon.
China is in cahoots with Russia. I think they've been all along to launch a bioterror attack on the world, COVID-19. I think this was planned from the beginning. Okay. Therefore, crippling the global economy, right?
Mhm.
Is what it did. What are you laughing at?
Your dad's comment.
What
I
do you
didn't-
say?
I
What do
didn't
you
see
say?
it. I didn't see it.
You have to pull it up.
Hold on.
Sorry.
I was in the middle of a rant.
I know. I'm so sorry.
No go.
He can wear it on the ice cream truck.
That's funny. So the
Okay.
plan with COVID was to get Trump out of office, which I think we all kind of agree at this point.
Mhm.
Get Biden into office because they knew what a freaking louse he was, to dismantle our energy independence, which he's successfully done, right?
Yeah.
We are no longer energy independent.
Correct.
Not at all.
We
True.
bought
Yep.
we bought oil from Russia last month.
Right.
Yep.
Of course we did.
Mhm.
To weaken our military, divide our country even further, which they've successfully done.
Yep.
Right. Putin continually tested Biden. Remember all the months of
Mhm.
threatening
Yep.
and all the saying that he's going to invade. He's going to invade.
We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it on Tuesday, whatever day. Yeah.
Knowing that we are weak, and he wanted to see how he would react, which
He ate a snow cone.
the most we've done so far is some sanctions, which hadn't done shit, right?
Right.
So Russia and China will now become the economic superpowers.
Yep.
Because what does China get from Russia?
What does China get from Russia?
Yeah.
Oil.
They get oil.
Yeah.
Right. So Russia's getting richer on the oil, right?
Well, yes. Now, neither one of their economies, not that all three of our economies are literally not doing
Worth anything right now.
hot, but we still, by comparison, are doing much better than they are.
Are we still though?
Will
Yes.
we continue? Because
The biggest problem that we have is the fact that our debt is 130% or something like that of our GDP, which is a huge problem. So this is the highest that it's ever been in history.
Because we
So-
keep raising that roof.
Right. Well, and I mean, our
and spending.
our debt to GDP ratio, even at the end of World War II, was only in the, don't quote me on this, but it was only like in the 85% range or something like that, where now we're at 130% of GDP. So, I mean, the House
So no
of
matter
Cards,
how much we make, we're still not paying anything off.
well, the House of Cards needs to be bolstered. So we need to at some point buckle down. And it's the political third rail. We need to buckle down and figure out how to pay down our debt. So we need to literally have that come to Jesus moment, say that we're going to put our debt on a 30 or 50 year payoff plan
yeah.
and start paying it off. But the scary part about that rant is I read a book about it. Now, it was a fictional book, but it was interesting in the fact that
A lot of it mimicked
a lot
what's
of it,
happening
a lot
right
of it
now.
mimicked. And I read this book 4 years ago.
What was the book?
I would have to look it up I would have to find it, but it was like a 5-book series,
Mm.
and it literally went into discussions about how there was a Trump-esque like president
Mhm.
whom the rest of the world did not like because he called them out and made them pay their own way.
Yeah.
So the rest of the new conspiracy
Sorry.
theories,
Yes.
Oh my God. I like that, Ken. So
Tillian Hooker.
the book basically says that the UN and the rest of the other countries went in cahoots to topple the president and put an inept style president in place. And again, this book I read like in, I
it
don't
was
know,
fiction.
2017 or something like that.
And it's happening.
And it's happened. And it talks about how literally the election was rigged and it got found out. And so the current president said he wasn't, that the election was rigged and they were going to not give up the seat and that we were going to do new elections. The other side of the aisle said that, no, you lost fair and square, give up the seat. So eventually the UN did step in and put peacekeepers on American soil, and it turned into, and so unfortunately the military divided based on those that were following the Constitution and those that were following the old president.
Orders.
Mhm.
And so it was a scary, I mean, like I said, it was a 5-book series, if I remember correctly, and it walked through everything that we've lived through from 2020 on.
That's terrifying.
I mean, if you're the average person who watches the media and doesn't look at the full spectrum, if you're just watching event by event by event, it's just another shitty series of events, right? But when you look at everything together combined, it just looks all too perfectly orchestrated.
Set up.
It's like
For-
a chess game,
Mhm.
and everyone's
They're moving the piece at just
Yeah.
the right
Strategically,
time.
right.
yeah.
Right.
So
exactly.
I was going to, that brings up a good point, because my next question was, so Wendy, what's your thought about that?
Yeah, I was going to ask that too.
I've always thought, especially with COVID, that there is a much bigger picture that's been in play. And this was just COVID was just one little piece of that.
Mhm.
That I don't want to say a puzzle, but the
one move.
out of the big game
On the chessboard.
on the chessboard. And my gut tells me that a lot of this is just, it was all previously orchestrated to come to some final end game, and we're not at the end game yet. It's just pieces being moved to get to there. And I don't know what the end game is, and it frightens me.
I used to really, sorry, I didn't mean to jump in on you.
Did you see that video with the CDC and the Pfizer guy? Is it for the Pfizer guy?
Pfizer guy.
Oh,
The
where
CEO
Pfizer
or
was
CNO or whatever of Pfizer, and they were having lunch, and somebody was recording it who was sitting at a
Oh,
table
the guy
next
that
to them or
said that
whatever.
we're going to get boosters for
9 boosters. It was like each person was going to have 9 boosters. And then the other guy was like, okay, and then we'll make the vaccines for all the issues we have from them.
So when Project Veritas went and actually asked Pfizer about that, the first thing that they said was, how can you prove that that's the guy?
You physically see him.
So, right. But he claims that it was taken out of context. And then when then he deferred to, was it Pfizer or actually the CDC?
One was CDC, and I want to say the other one was Pfizer or somebody like that.
I thought it was the CDC. And so
CDC is one of them. The other one was, I think it was Pfizer.
Because he was talking about booster shots for
everybody.
Forever.
Yeah, forever.
And so he then said that the video that was shown online was taken out of context.
Of course it was.
And then he said, talk to the CDC about anything further. And so then when Project Veritas went to the CDC, they said, well, how do we even know if that's our scientist? It was, well, this is the guy. We already talked to the guy. No, we can't even verify that that's our guy.
Wow.
So, I mean,
he's your guy.
They're totally gaslighting everybody in the fact that they just, these are not the droids you're looking for.
Right. So I look at Wendy's comment up here, and I agree with
100%.
that 100%. The end game is to destroy America. And I used to think it had to do with the one world government. We all talk about that. We had a couple episodes on that. But now I'm not so sure. Now I think just the goal out there is just to destroy America, period.
Well, there's several different things out there. So
they kept saying that they're going to destroy America from within.
Yeah. So both the Chinese.
Good point. Great point.
I mean,
that's a great point.
That's
not new.
That's no secret. Yeah.
So both the Chinese claim that they have 100-year plan to destroy,
I'm sure they do,
to destroy the United States. And then the other, so it's not an actual state power, but the radical Islamists also have a, several generation plan, or, it's CARE is the name of it. And they have a playbook that talks about, several generations and how to destroy the United
They want to
States.
kill us.
And that would be easy.
They want to go so far as they say that we are us and Israel are the root of all the infidels.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they want to get rid of us first. And then from there, they're going to go in through Europe and get rid of, the British and the Germans and all that, but the whole idea is that they want to get rid of us in Israel first.
Would it really be hard if we're going to truly look at the long-term goal like them through generations? Look at what's coming up. We have all these kids, all these COVID kids, don't know how to communicate with each other, don't know how to talk to each other because they haven't actually been in school. They haven't actually communicated with each other. They've been locked up in books in front of these.
Mm-hmm.
And what are they doing? Who knows what you can stream to that? You can put anything to there.
So what you're saying is once our generations are gone, what's left?
Exactly. This is what they're going to have. Yeah. So tell me you couldn't take over.
Oh, easily.
We can only hope that. So the general rule of society is that opinions and whatever you want to call it is cyclical and it swings back.
Yep.
So you can hope that
there's truth.
This is a circle.
So the hippies of the 60s ended up, giving birth to the self-centered, give me whatever I can get generation of the 80s. And so here we are on whatever generation it is that is a little bit more,
Wow, that was a little pointed.
But have we gone too far? Are we at a point of no return?
I don't think so yet.
No.
I think we're really close.
I think the
Well, I mean,
pendulum
we got to get to
swing
a point.
back.
I mean, I see the light at the end of the tunnel. All we got to do is get to the end of this year and stop the insanity.
Why
And
do you
then-
think this year's going to end it?
Because it's an election year.
It's an election year. So you get the midterms. And so if all he can do is just say, we should do Build Back Better, and you got, 280, 300 representatives and 60, 70 different senators that are all laughing at him. Yeah, you can say all you want, Mr. President. Go have another ice cream. Thank you very much.
Right.
But if these schmucks are voting for it, what are we going to do?
But I don't know that they will.
They won't. They
That's the
shouldn't.
thing.
I mean, that's the whole point. They shouldn't. So,
Doesn't mean
as
they're
much
not
as
gonna
you
be
sit
paid
there and
off.
as much as you sit there and you rail on Carrie Lake about that she's a
Fucking hate
rhino, love her.
you want to know what? You know that meme that says, tell your conspiracy theorist friends are just waiting to do their dance.
Yeah.
I'm going to fucking do my dance.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. Starting next year, we
It's
can
gonna
start
happen.
holding a weekly. I told you so.
There you go.
It's
have to
just
get-
going to say Carrie Lake.
We have to get to our quiz, but I want to say that tonight's title is very fitting because I do believe there is a storm coming. I believe there is change on the horizon.
I
I
pray
wanna
there
see it.
is, but I prayed there was during healthcare, and then you
Good
know
or
how
bad?
that worked out.
Good
I
or
think-
bad?
I think good. I think people have had enough. I really do.
People have had
I
enough.
think people have had
Yeah.
enough.
I heard
I mean-
today actually that there is a growing dissent on social media, and you guys know that I'm not on social media a whole lot.
You're not?
Pull
Shocker.
up Kenny's comment.
Shocker.
But I guess there's a growing dissent that says
That's why.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
But I
Just
guess
saying.
there's some trending thing or something or other about 81 million votes. So that is the implication that he was the most popularly voted in president of all time. And it's like, and still 30% approval rating, 60% disapproval rating.
Because it was all a lie.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, what does
so
it really
comes back
matter
to
if
the
they've
whole-
learned how to hack this shit? What does it really matter if we want a change or not? If they're still just going to corrupt the votes and do whatever they want with it?
Well, I
Amen.
think more people are aware of it now.
We were aware of it then. What does it matter?
There's still those people that don't believe that there was any wrongdoing. There are.
I'm sure there is, but that's what I'm saying. Nothing's going to get done because the people who are controlling it still are the people who are controlling it.
Yeah,
if
but I'm gonna
there's that
paraphrase
many
and say that-
more-
that evil prevails when good men do nothing.
Sure.
Yep.
So
It's going to get better. Not God's time yet. I agree with that.
yeah,
Wendy.
you're right, Wendy. But
Why? Because
Good-
he's coming
good.
back when I'm ready.
and when we say men, we're not talking men. We're talking
Just people in
humanity.
You're
Right.
You're right.
But humanity needs
When
to
good
start,
humans do nothing.
humans need to start standing up and doing what's right. And
Humans
this
need
is
to stop
not
being asshats.
this is not the actually many Americans
They can go
hate this
somewhere else.
country. How sad. And that is very true.
Japan and China will welcome you.
So anybody that hasn't had a
Ukraine's
chance,
looking for helpers. I'm just
Yeah.
saying.
well, and yeah, Ukraine is looking for helpers. So I do applaud Ron DeSantis. I watched his speech yesterday at CPAC, and he actually in Florida is going to have a civil service. That's not the correct word, but basically he's going to teach. He's going to encourage teachers to teach children to love their country.
Good.
Yeah.
It's going to be
Good.
great if it's
And
not
it's
in a
like,
government funded.
well overdue, and it's sad the fact that we actually have to put this into law.
Well, and you want to know that's why. So the school that they're coming right up here,
Yeah.
the Liberty whatever school.
Oh yeah.
That's why that school is packed. There's a 2-year waiting list for that school
Yeah,
because it is very American based. They teach you American values.
So it's a private school.
It's
versus-
a charter school.
Oh, it's a chart.
yeah.
Okay.
So one of my girlfriends, her daughter goes there and she sends me the cutest. I mean, she's in kindergarten, first grade. So it's first of all, the cutest videos anyways, because you have a kindergarten or first grader.
Yeah.
But it's like they did the president's thing. So like for President's Day, you had to, you go to the drum, you go to the stage and you watch your kid up on the stage and she talks about President Jefferson and what he did and she wears the hat. And so like, that's what they're based on. So
good.
you learn
Good.
about that. They did the one on the Constitution. So she sends me these all the time, and it seems like it's almost once a month that they're doing stuff like this. And that's the way it should be. You need to know about this country. And that's when you do it, is when it's cute and fun. That's when you're going to
Exactly.
remember it.
It's funny what Wendy says there, because if you are biblical in any way,
Yep.
if you read the Bible,
Slamming it.
everything that's happened in the Bible is coming true. And I'm a big Nostradamus fan. I don't know if you guys
Okay.
ever
Oh,
read
yeah.
any of the
Mhm.
Nostradamus stuff, but he predicted all this stuff too.
Kind of
And it's
terrifying.
just-
I really don't want to be here for this.
It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, but
It's
his
scary.
predictions, they were supposed to already happen, though, correct?
Yeah, but I mean,
It was a
how
rough
many
because
years
they-
ago? It was a rough estimate as well.
Well,
Stuff was going
because they were talking about rocks falling from the sky,
Right,
and things like
right.
that. Which,
We don't need to do that.
well, they didn't know at the time, but the seeing into the future part was about bombs falling from aircraft
Oh,
and
okay.
things like that. They didn't know how to even
interpret what he was saying.
what it
Right.
was.
So I have a question about that. Sorry. We're going to circle back to what you asked about people coming here. How hard would it be for them to get like 50 planes and just bomb the shit out of us?
That would be difficult.
That would be different.
That would be difficult.
How do you think?
because of the fact it'd be
We have our military that would
No, I get
scramble to
that.
So
intercept
But
you
how
have
many
a-
do we have?
there's how many what?
Yeah, but our radars,
There's a
we're
200-mile air defense ID zone,
Right.
Okay.
And so once an aircraft crosses that is not a
Good aircraft. Yeah.
well, it's so there's
No,
they're
no
not
aircraft.
supposed to be there.
there's a piece of gear on an aircraft that it's an IFF,
Mhm.
identify friend or foe. It identifies friendly aircraft. You have to be a cleared aircraft coming from another country.
Yeah. All that good
all this
stuff.
kind of stuff.
Okay.
There's all sorts of stuff that prevents, and this stuff is not new. This
No.
dates back to forever. There's checks and balances as far as who's coming in and leaving the country. That
We're watching Ukraine.
The regular air traffic control keeps track of.
Yeah.
Plus NORAD then follows it too. And if you go back and you read about the unraveling of 9/11 and when they finally made
The realization.
so NORAD at one point basically took over air traffic over the country.
Yeah.
And that's when they made the decision to ground everything.
All planes.
Right.
Yep.
And so
Because everything that wasn't grounded, they then knew what was going on.
and that was it. It's a whole convoluted thing, and it's a whole different discussion, but it's just it's easier for small groups to come across the border
Than it would be
than
for
it
that.
be for
Damage, yeah.
something
So
like that.
so the planes that we're seeing that are bombing Ukraine is less likely to happen here
Yeah, because
than the people coming across the U.S. and infiltrating from within.
our military is far superior to Ukraine's. Ukraine has a very small military.
There would be a point where
You getting molested
There's
over there?
there's a hooker in the studio.
My foot was getting licked.
it's 100 times less
Okay.
viable.
It's more likely they'd come across the border and set up
Take
a
over
gas
from
bomb
here.
or
Small
something
groups
like that.
of 5 or 10 could come across the border a lot easier than
and start making
a si-
bombs and
than
blowing
a-
up
than
cities.
a single
and-
aircraft.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Good to
mean,
know.
they could be
Good to know what I'm looking for.
they could be hitting us from the inside out and we don't even know it, just because
Okay.
our border's so porous and anybody can come over.
Well, at least I know not to look up.
All right, Dan, are you ready?
Yeah, we're
I'm ready.
already over.
I know. As we're bringing this up, though, I did see a great meme today, and I meant to bring it up, but I didn't. But it was Putin and Biden playing chess.
Oh, I saw that.
Did you see that? Biden had the chess pieces, and no, Putin had the chess pieces, and Biden had the checkers.
Checker pieces, yes.
This is so funny to see
Yes.
that.
This is
That was funny. All right, if you guys want
That
to play
is our
along with
life.
this quiz, you can play along at home. Please,
All right.
if you guess your answer.
Dan better get 100% on this.
I don't know. He says he's
It's
feeling.
11 questions. 11.
He says he's feeling kind of off today, so we'll see.
Oh, here come the excuses already.
But if you want to play at
Did
home,
he just text you that?
no. But if you want to play at home, guys, please put the number down that you're guessing with. So
I
we
made
know.
sure they all have numbers. It's 11
Okay.
questions.
Good
Every
job.
one of them is
Okay.
numbered. So,
Because we told him that
The
last
quiz of
time,
the
and then
week,
we realized that ours
how
wasn't
the
numbered.
beginning of World War II started.
All right,
Oh,
let's do this.
Cracker.
Let's do this.
Why
All
do you
right.
think I know
What is
this?
historically considered the start of World War II?
Historically, go ahead.
The bombing of Pearl Harbor, the invasion of Poland, the Battle of Britain, or the invasion of France?
Ooh.
Historically considered. So I'm going to figure what my teacher told me in school.
What school did you go to?
Yeah. What school did you go to?
No idea. I didn't pay
Technically, it was the
attention.
invasion of Poland in
Oh, I got it right.
1939.
Good job.
So the bombing of
Oh,
Pearl
I should've-
Harbor
I
is
forgot.
what got us involved.
That's what got us involved.
Yeah.
I
You
forgot to
didn't
wait
wait.
for.
I don't think anybody's.
There they are. There they are.
I forgot to wait for Dan.
Everybody got B. See, Angela's with me. We
When
went to the
was
same
the
school.
invasion of Poland?
Ooh.
1941, 1940, 1937, 1939.
I didn't know there was an invasion of Poland. Don't go back on me now, Angela.
Obviously, because you thought it was Pearl Harbor.
And the bad thing is, I actually said it.
He said
earlier.
it.
What did I say?
Mm.
What does everybody else have they answered? Have they answered?
Hey,
Answered?
no.
What do we
Come
got?
on.
We got
What's your final answer?
D. Wendy, you got to put the number, Wendy, so we know what number you're guessing on there. I think Wendy said 1940.
What's books to bios say?
D? 1939.
1939.
Damn.
Because you said it just before.
I said it.
I
I
missed that.
accidentally
See,
said
I got one right.
Who invaded Manchuria in 1931?
What is Manchuria?
Japan, China, Germany, or Italy?
Oh my God. We just talked about this.
That
I know. See, unfortunately, I am such a geek about World War II.
Yes, you are.
This I don't know, but
And
I'm
this is
guessing.
why the current events scare me so much.
I'm guessing.
I've never heard of it. I'm going to pick C.
Let me
Oh,
know.
Keith picked C. I'll pick B.
What can he?
Did you just spit that
What
out?
can he freaking know?
Just about.
Did you just spit that out your nose? How's
Have we
that
got
beer
our
feel?
answers?
He's dumb. Keith's dumb. He doesn't
He's
know.
dumb. He's not Boris.
We have an A, B, and C on the board.
I wanted to
Yeah.
be different to give options.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
What do
It
we got
wasn't
for
because-
answers? Are we in?
Wendy's saying A. Christine's saying B. Buzz
Wendy says A.
Are we ready?
Yep.
All right. So just for the record, Manchuria is in China, Japan. Number 4. What is a false flag event?
Have no idea.
Pretending to be another country, losing a battle, winning a battle, or signaling for help.
A makes sense to me. I don't know why.
Oh, okay.
I am going to be, because I am sneaky, and that's what I would think.
I am sneaky.
Because I would
Let me know when
signal
we have
for
our
help and then be
answers
like,
in.
oh, I just shot all you hookers. My
Andrew's
bad.
saying A. Wendy's saying A. Wendy, you got to put the number of the question in, Wendy.
Put 4 and then A.
Ready?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Dad
Bios
didn't
Bios
answer.
Books didn't
Oh,
answer yet.
where's
Come on,
Bios the
Dad.
Books?
Come on, Dad.
He's Googling it.
He is Googling it.
He
Don't
better not
you-
be Googling it.
Dan,
No,
you should be knowing this stuff off the top of your head.
If anybody knows World War II history, it's him.
Oh, we're gonna
Thank you,
Thank you,
Wendy.
Wendy.
Did he answer
I
yet?
don't think he
No.
answered yet.
Oh,
Where'd he go?
he's Googling.
He probably hit send and it's spinning right
Kathleen
now.
is sitting there and
Probably
talking
too.
to him.
That's
Yeah.
because he dumped coffee on his.
On his
Oh,
laptop.
Oh,
phone this
Ken
week.
says D.
okay. So what's the answer?
What's the answer?
Yeah, let's do
Yeah.
it.
Hey,
Hey.
Oh.
there were lots of false flag events to start World War II.
Go, Wendy. Go Bios the Books.
So you pretended to be another country to what?
So, as an example, in 1931, when Manchuria was invaded, Japan actually pulled a false flag event saying that they were attacked by China to be able to go in there to retaliate. And there were several different of those.
Wouldn't that be signaling for help though?
No,
No.
technically it is you are pretending that you are the other country and creating an issue.
And
we've
so I
been-
can go to
and
you.
just for the record, We have been guilty of that ourselves.
Oh, I'm sure we were.
Dirty play.
Number 5. Who
We're
invaded
playing with-
Ethiopia
We're
in
playing chess with
1935?
checkerboards.
Really?
Come on now.
Now, again, if anybody is paying attention, when did Japan invade China?
No idea.
Or no, correction. When did Germany invade Poland, which started World War II?
No idea.
1939.
Right.
There you go.
We heard that was question 2.
Right.
Who invaded
got that
Ethiopia
right.
in 1935?
Germany.
Japan, Germany, Iran, or
That's what I'm
Italy?
going with. I don't
Again,
know.
this is less
I don't know much.
entertaining, but more historical.
Right. Yeah.
Because
don't
my
know.
point is, while Ukraine may not be of much interest to you today, there are things that happen down the road based off of this.
Right.
Yep.
What do we got? Do we have all our answers?
We're all going. Hold on. We got, was this 5?
Dad's going with D. Oh, crap. I
Wow.
better change mine. Hold on.
Do I? Oh, man.
Wow.
Is that allowed?
I don't know, Dad. No,
Are you
I gotta go
allowed?
with B, Dad. I
I
gotta go
thought,
with B.
are you allowed to change answers?
No, I gotta go with B. I'm sorry. I gotta
What are we doing here?
I gotta do it.
Oh,
Dad
nobody's-
says, Christine says B. Dad says D as in dog. Angela says B as in boy. Wendy says C. And Ken says B as in boy.
All right, ready?
Let's do it.
Please don't.
Really?
I
Wow.
should have changed
I'm
it.
going to tell you should never doubt my dad when it comes to World War II history.
Oh. Of the original 4 Axis powers, 1 was Germany, 2 was Italy, 3 was Japan. Who was the 4th? China, Spain, Egypt, or Russia?
Was Russia an Axis power, though, back then?
Oh.
Nope.
Oh.
It wasn't Spain or Egypt. that's
When?
for
What
sure.
year was this?
Doesn't matter.
It's a question I'm asking.
Damn.
The original.
The original 4
Back
Axis
in the
power.
day.
What is
So
back
we'll
in the
say
day?
we'll say 1939.
I don't know.
Thank you. That's all I really wanted.
Wendy says C.
Because
Christina
somehow in
says
my
D.
mind, that made me feel better about my answer.
I want to say this, but
Shit. Wow. I really can't remember.
yeah.
Okay, we've all made our answers before
Nope.
Dad made
What
his
about
answer.
online?
D.
Oh, motherfucker.
You can't change it. You're not allowed to change it.
We're gonna have to figure out a rule to lock it right in here.
Lock it in the vote.
On
Lock
the
it
panel.
in, pin it up or
We
something.
need to have
Yeah.
a button you hit and it brings it up on the
Right.
screen or something.
Are we ready?
No,
Yeah,
I'm
let's-
not doing that. I'm not committing to
Are
that.
we ready?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Russia.
Mother.
Oh, okay.
Who was warned
I don't wanna
that
play
the
this game
Germans were
anymore.
going to invade their country? Italy, Russia, Britain, or United States?
You and I'm just going to stick with Russia.
But weren't they one of the original Axis powers?
No idea. That'd be a great question for somebody who knows history.
Stop trying to trick her.
Yes, they were.
That doesn't mean the Germans aren't coming to get you.
She's trying to trick you.
Oh,
Would I do that?
yes.
Nope.
You would.
You are an equal opportunity.
Because you're mean.
Tricker.
Oh.
I am an equal opportunity.
An equal?
asshole. Yeah.
You're evil.
Hey, this man, you know,
He's
I've been
an
doing
equal.
shots over here.
Oh, Angela's saying C. Wendy says C.
Angela says C. You are blind.
Oh, D. Sorry. Christine says C.
Ken says C.
Stop it.
What's Dan say?
I don't
Nothing
know.
yet.
He's
What, is he
waiting.
Googling this?
Because everybody's changing their answers when they see his.
That's
he's waiting
true.
to the end.
Thank you, Dad, for waiting.
Ken
I should
says
just
A.
wait and leave mine down until
Come on,
Dad's
Dad.
comes up.
Oh, Ken, you change it? You went to C?
Oh, Kenny, don't change.
C. Oh, we know it's C. Go ahead.
Damn it.
Are we ready?
Yep.
I'm
Yeah.
sure it's C.
Russia.
Oh!
Wait, Dan got that wrong.
Wait a
I
second.
love the story. So I love the story of
You know someone's going to dispute that.
no.
Of course, Dad's going to complain
Stalin
about
was
that and be
told,
like,
so
that's
it's
not right.
It's an interesting fact because of the fact. So Stalin
Dad's
was
texting
told,
me right now.
Stalin was being told that
I know.
not to
I got
trust
it. I'm so
Hitler
excited.
and that they were going to come and invade Russia. And Stalin said, "We just renewed the peace agreement 2 years ago. We're good. We're good." And yet there were reports of Polish women, farm women, standing on one side of the river and yelling across to the Russian guards, "You're going to get invaded in a week." And
Oh,
they were,
really?
And they were like, "Yeah, you're crazy.
You're
old
crazy.
lady."
That's awesome.
Shit happens.
In September 1939, who declared peace for our time? Winston Churchill, Adolf Hitler, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, or Neville Chamberlain?
Who's Neville Chamberlain?
He was the prime minister of Britain,
God.
British prime minister.
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
I'm guessing. Total guess.
I'm gonna go with A on this, but I don't know.
I'm gonna guess this guy because I know Adolf Hitler would never say that.
You said you're right, John.
I got it right, Dad. Did you see?
All right, we got a lot of people going with C on this one.
Yes.
Are we ready?
No. Wendy says C. Christine says C. Dad says D.
Wow.
Wendy.
We ready?
Yeah, let's
Where's
do it.
Angela? Angela says C. Let's do it.
Neville Chamberlain.
Oh.
All right.
So who is he? The prime? Oh, sorry.
He was the
prime
prime minister.
Of what?
He was the prime minister of Britain before Winston Churchill.
Right. Yeah, because we saw that movie not too long ago with.
Darkest Tower.
Yeah.
All right. Question 9 of 11. In 1938, Neville Chamberlain made a deal with Hitler to have part of what country? To give Hitler part of what country? France, Ukraine, Czechoslovakia, or Poland?
I don't know. This is total guess.
Do you know I'm Czechoslovakian?
Are you?
Are you
Yeah.
really? That's why you're picking it.
Did that? Yeah, this is true. But Czechoslovakian and German, so my ancestors fighted each other.
I know I'm wrong, but
And for the record, the Russians were in all 4 of these.
Angela says
Or I mean,
C.
Hitler was in all 4 of these countries.
Why would they not be?
Wendy says C.
Yes.
Christine says D.
We're going to do it.
Bios the book says C. Lindsay.
She
Lindsay's
might
like,
get one
yeah.
Hey, come on. I am
Ken, what do you got, Ken?
I could actually be
I am,
right.
I am testing Dan. I'm trying to see if I can find something that
9. No.
Ken doesn't know.
Ken has no idea.
Dan has no idea. Come on, you can't
Go
make a
and see.
guess.
Go and see.
Can't make a guess.
All right, let's do it.
Stab in the dark.
Czechoslovakia.
Oh, you got it.
Nice.
Oh,
Made a deal.
Giant
He made a deal with Hitler. Czechoslovakia didn't even have any say in it. He said, "Go ahead and take part of that, as long as you're
Totally
okay."
Didn't know that.
How long did the deal last before Hitler invaded the rest of the country?
Yeah, not long.
2 years, 16 months, 2 weeks, or 6 months?
I'll go with D on that. Ooh, Lindsay's giving it less time.
Yeah, he's an angsty ass. I didn't think it lasted long.
So when did it start? When did the was that on the question?
The previous
Angela
question,
says C.
1938.
Okay. Yeah.
Did you just hit the mic? Boom.
Yep.
Too good. We got a lot of C's.
Now I know why. Now I know why I have this. All the. 'Cause I have all the letters over.
I don't
here.
know why I ever got you
I
letters.
have never.
You
I
don't
have never
ever
picked
use
them
them.
up. That's the first time I picked one up.
We got a lot of C's going on here.
A lot of C's.
Angela,
You ready?
Christine, and Ghost. Nope.
He's an angsty
Files to
ass.
books
I don't
and
think it
Ken
lasted
didn't.
long.
So what
Come on,
everybody
Kenny.
say?
Come on, guys, get your votes in.
Kenny and
Oh,
Dad,
stop.
let's
Files to
go.
books and Kenny.
Do, 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 do.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to put the music up.
Come on, guys.
We're running very late tonight.
I know we are.
Come on, Dad.
Ken says D.
Ken says D.
Files to book says C. All right, put it
Okay.
up there.
Oh, Dan is wrong.
Oh, that was two. Dan's
Look at
wrong.
that.
No.
6
Last
months?
question.
I didn't figure he'd last so
This
long.
is for extra points. How
Extra
long did it take
points.
Germany to invade Poland after finishing up with Czechoslovakia?
2 weeks.
2 years, 16 months, 1 year, or 7 months?
7 months.
I'm going with 1 year.
I'm still saying he's a hasty mofo. I didn't think it would take that long.
He is, but I'm
Same
thinking.
B.
Oh, really? 16 months. All right, that's a good guess.
You made him think like they made it.
What do we got? Come on, let's spit these out.
Do
Number
it.
11.
Come on, y'all.
We got a D.
Angela, don't side
This
with
is the
me.
last
Don't.
question, right?
That's the last
All right,
question.
This is it.
Last question.
Last
This one
one.
is worth 50
Wendy
points.
says
I got my
one.
trigger.
Wendy says one. One? You mean A, Wendy?
1.1.
Wendy, oh, no, she's
Yeah,
a
Wendy's
C.
probably drinking with us.
Which-
So don't give her,
Okay.
don't give her a hard
Okay.
time.
Wendy's got me. Dad's got
Dad's
D.
got D.
Come on,
Yes.
Ken. What do you got?
10. Oh, he's on 10. Come on, Kenny.
Wendy
Wendy's got 11.1. It's a new version.
He's got 1 year. See.
We're ready? Let me
No,
know.
we're waiting on Ken.
Come on.
All right.
Come on, Kenny.
Ken.
Come on, Kenny. You got this.
Let's go.
It's so funny because you know he already answered. By the time we say, come on,
Right.
Kenny, it's already
He's
there.
got C. All right. So
Okay.
Kenny and I got C.
7 months.
Oh,
wow.
look at that.
I told you he was a hasty mofo.
I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back and watch this later in the week, and I'm gonna count up how many times Dan was wrong.
Twice.
Yeah.
Ooh,
2 times.
2 times.
Ooh.
I was right 4 times. Let's just put that out there. 4 out of 11. That's pretty good.
That's pretty
Yeah.
good.
That's like
that's not
30%.
bad. That's not bad.
Does not at all show my 4.0.
Well, we
grade.
definitely went over
Yeah.
tonight, guys.
Yes, we did.
Sure.
I'm so sorry.
It's been a busy week.
It's been a busy week. A lot of news.
We've got,
Yes.
besides, hopes and prayers with our military and our first responders. We're obviously, hopes and prayers for the
Ukraine.
Ukrainian people.
Yep.
Hold strong, do what you got to do, defend your country.
Absolutely. That's
You-
yours.
I think
It's heartbreaking for those people.
I think America needs to take some lessons from this.
Yep.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And America needs to be watching these truckers.
Yes.
Absolutely. They are not getting paid for this, guys. This is their time. They have taken their trucks, their gas money, their stuff. They have left their families to do this, to stand up for what they believe in.
Something they believe in. Yep.
Yep.
And
So we
Hats
need
off
to
to
take that into consideration when we watch them.
Yep.
So
I just want to know, kind of a closing statement here. I still see people on Facebook, and it kind of still blows me away that they're supporting Biden after all this time.
We're still at 30%.
How, I just, and the
Because
rationale is just,
they're told. Well, I mean, and I think that the vast majority of them are just believing what they're told by mainstream media.
I guess.
So to go along with that, so Miss Angela was telling me about they were in the DMV line day, and I pray for you. I'm so sorry. Nobody wants to do that.
No.
Not today, yesterday, or the day before. They're in line, right? So it was her and her son. All the other kids were at school and everything else. And this dude comes up to them, screaming at them on why they don't have a mask on.
Really?
Yep.
Aren't we
flipping
months
out
past
on 'em.
that?
Here in
Yep.
Arizona?
Here in Arizona at the
Wow.
DMV on 51st Avenue in Thunderbird, or 51st Avenue in Indian School.
Okay.
Dude is freaking out on her. You need to wear a mask. Don't you know that there's mandates rules that you have to have a mask on? And she was like, they're all over. And she said all she could think of was me. And I was like, yeah, I bet. Tell him to take his diaper off and go stand in line.
Exactly. So thanks for joining us tonight, everybody. Please go subscribe to our YouTube channel. And please, if you haven't, go follow us on Rumble. We really need to start supporting Rumble.
How are we
You
doing
know,
on Rumble?
Rumble is just one of those platforms that we need to have in our back pocket just in case we ever get kicked off YouTube and Facebook.
it could
right?
happen.
So if you could right now, go look us up on Rumble. Go like, share, and subscribe. Go give us a Rumble. We are also on Getter. We are on Gab. We are on Facebook. We are on Twitter. We are on Instagram. There's a lot of ways to connect with us.
I
But
think
please,
we need to start just highlighting the ones we're not on.
we're not on
No,
here.
right.
Exactly.
We're apparently 400,000th to get on Truth.
Truth.
Truth
And I'm
Social.
800,000, so I'll be a while.
Yeah. So
Yeah. You'll
I'll
be
go back.
2 years.
I'll be, yeah.
Keith will be a year.
Keith will be a year.
We'll be
So
a year.
is that Coffee Table Chronicles or just you?
Coffee Table Chronicles.
Okay, so we'll be on in a year, y'all. It's going to be a while until I can get there.
Wendy, we love your comments. When I asked him that, I shoved in his face. We
I don't
absolutely
think
love
I would have even put his mask near my tushy.
it, right?
Right.
But we love all you guys. Thank you so
Yes,
much for
thank
hanging with
you.
us every Friday night. We really appreciate it. And go give us some love. Go subscribe. Go help us out on Rumble.
Give
And,
us a rumble, baby.
Yeah.
You guys will not be here next week, right?
We will
Correct.
Next week.
not.
So we need a guest for next
yeah.
week.
balls. I got to
So-
get my life together.
Yes, you do. All
I'm
right.
going to be okay.
You'll be fine.
I'll be fine. It'll be okay.
Anyway, everybody have a great weekend and we'll see you next Friday.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Peace.